Marcelo, you didn't do your thing.
No, you didn't ask me to do
Oh,
it.
live from
From
Miami and other
Miami,
places.
yeah,
I can no, I can
like,
no, no, I can no, I can,
uh,
I can do it.
go, do it. It's fine.
Right now, live from Miami, Florida, and parts of the Kelvin timeline. Maybe it's Friday night.
Yay! We did it. Hello. Wow, look at this cool group. We've got a nice bunch here. We got son of Dennis and son of Klingon Katie. Ooh, you're a son now. You're the son of Klingon Katie now. She owned your
Look, bro,
she
I was
pwned
watching
you.
the episode. I was watching the episode clues today of TNG where the bridge goes unconscious and the aliens do all the thing with David. I don't know if you guys remember the episode, but the aliens take over Troy, and Troy grabs Worf by the wrist and like flicks him against the wall, breaking.
That's right.
It's such a horrible moment. It's so bad.
I don't know why that made you think of that, but all right, that's cool.
Klingon Katie, Worf,
Okay, all right, got it. We also have Braxton. Welcome back, Braxton. It was so much fun having you on last week, so I'm glad you're back this week. That's cool.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back. Friday greetings to everyone. This is me and Esri right here.
Esri, look at that. How cute. I know, super cute.
Hi, Esri.
We've got Marcello. Hello. How are you, sir? I don't know why I did the act. That's so rude. I'm like, Marcello,
No.
Italiano. Ah, va bene. Okay, sorry.
No, you're not the first one to do that, and I'm happy to be back. As usual.
Yes, we are so happy to have you. And of course, Solo. What is the deal with Solo? It's spelled like Solo cups, like drinking cups. Is that like what you meant it?
Solo is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. No, I'm just kidding. Solo is a game I'm playing now, Swords of Legends Online, the new masterpiece from China. I'd like to shout out to the masters, my future masters in China.
Very
Swords
nice,
of
very
Legends
nice.
Online. Beautiful work of art.
So we only have a son of Klingon Katie on for a limited time, so I just wanted to ask you guys, what's new? What's going on? What's happening in your world? Like, and where are you? You're on location. It's so cool. I love when you guys are on location.
It's popping.
On location in Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah, we're roaming.
Brewing it up.
Ooh. Very nice.
Yeah, we're roaming the streets. The kids are going to camp for a while, so we're free.
Oh, you came to drop off the little ones, and now you're having like a night on the town, and then you're going back home, and you're free for like a summer or something, like the whole summer.
3 weeks.
Oh my god, that's like, I know, I can remember what my parents went through, so I know what that feels like. I don't have children of my own, but I know as much as you love your children, you need a break. You need a break.
What about the ones you have locked up? Oh, never mind. That's right. We're not supposed to talk about this.
That's the break he's talking about.
That's what he's talking about. That's pretty
What
awesome.
about Darmok and Jalad that you keep in the basement?
We got a couple of audience members giving shout outs here. We have Geek and Review, and yay, Allison. Allison, who I was on a Question of Trek with. Hello, welcome. And I'm so happy to have you in our audience. That's so cool. So happy Friday evening to you. And Geek was just saying hi, Allison. So that's cool. We got a couple audience members already. It's so exciting. So you guys, in these 3 weeks, you can catch up on all the shows.
Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of that.
That's
We're
awesome.
gonna record some episodes and stuff. We'll have everybody on.
Watch a lot of Loki.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Loki's amazing. I can't wait. We're definitely going to be doing spoilers for Loki tonight, so we'll be definitely talking about it. Braxton and Ruben don't mind spoilers, but I would like you guys to save. We won't talk about Loki yet.
Well, we'll let you guys get to it. We just wanted to pop on.
I love it. I appreciate
it. Now that we're, we can.
Yes,
for the next
we can do some off. Not only just on Friday, Starfleet Boy After Dark. We can do Starfleet Boy After Dark during the week or something. It might be fun. Yeah, it'd be really cool. All right, guys. Thank you for reporting from Asheville. I hope you guys have a good pub
again.
crawl, and we'll talk to you later.
Whoop, whoop.
Bye, guys.
See you later. That's my new thing, by the way, guys. You know what that is, right?
DJ Horn?
No, it's the in soccer.
Yeah.
Brr, 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 you know, like
I
that
call
horn
it the
thing.
DJ horn.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's a shout out to my friend.
Every DJ has to have that at their beck and call.
Parentheses I is also here, so greetings to you, parentheses eyes. We're waiting for PJ. I think PJ might come on, so I'm not going to start talking about like the main stuff yet. But did you guys see all the Star Trek leaks today that came out? Like all the crazy things?
Yes, I saw some of them. Yes.
Let me pull up some of these images, and we can maybe
We're talking about that picture that like Trek on the Tube posted with the.
Oh, can I just? Well, I'm not gonna ask that. I'll just
Yeah, ask
wait
it on the
until-
air. I know what you're gonna ask, and you can ask it on the air.
I
think I know. I mean, I'm predicting I know what you're gonna ask.
What was your? You don't know me that well.
Now you can. Now you should really like think of something to ask that's really fucked up.
Yeah, you should.
No.
Starfleet Boy
What's the-
isn't.
What's
Stop the
the-
soccer word. Brr, 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 brr.
Okay.
Father, I'll send you the link just in case.
What's up, everybody? Brr, 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 brr.
Father, he can't be on tonight, but he'll be back next weekend, I think. And I hope you guys watched his cool interview with writers from DS9 that was airing tonight. I was not able to be there. I've got to watch the replay, but it was. Oh no! Why'd you unsubscribe because of the soccer horn? That's like his nemesis sound. Like that's so funny. YouTube sent me a nice note that I had crossed a threshold. I don't pay attention to subscribers on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this channel I pay attention, but on the regular Starfleet Boy, I don't pay attention. I crossed a milestone. I was so excited. Because I was like too obsessed in the beginning with how many subscribers I have, so I decided not to pay attention to them anymore, and so. It's done a wealth of good for Starfleet Boy.
My
I
friend
mean,
Jenny dated 2 DJs in a row, and so I used to ask her if after sex, if he would play the horn.
Wait, but DJs also use,
Yeah, they use that fucking horn all the time.
they do.
The obnoxious ass thing. Every club I've ever been to is like, hey, what's up, everybody? Brr, 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 brr. Yeah, Miami. Brr, 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 brr. You're like, oh my god, dude, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
you definitely hear it in other places besides soccer because I don't watch soccer and I know the sound.
Everyone
Poor
knows
Father.
that sound.
Stop
Sorry.
talking about this.
What would you? Has that
So-
sound? Has that sound been on Star Trek? I wonder. Anyways, what were you gonna say, Marcelo?
No, I was like, what is like the constant, because you and Trek on a Tube have a constant dialogue every goddamn day on Twitter. And no, I don't,
Dang.
Keeping it real.
Yes, that's what we're all about.
I don't hate it, but I'm like, half of the time I don't know if you're joking or if you're being totally serious. I think that's the most entertaining part of the whole thing.
Starfleet Boy and Trek on a Tube hate each other. Absolutely hate each other.
I will say Braxton probably knows the realest part of it, like what's real and what's not. But yesterday it got real for a second because
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
we have an understanding, Trek on the Tube and I, that like basically nothing he can do could really offend me, and I think it's vice versa. It's the same. So sometimes that gives us permission to like push the boundaries. And I didn't realize that I'm hung up about my body. And so when he said in his fleet, he said something about he's whale watching and he's gonna see me out there. I took it. You see?
God.
Do you see that? See?
I would have laid his ass out.
So I took it as like, wait, is he saying I'm a whale? Like, what's going on here, right? And so I actually got mad about it, but I got over it pretty quickly. But that was like a real moment. But I want to be very clear that it wasn't his fault. He was genuinely making a joke. He has permission to make any joke he wants with me. Like that's like not bro thing, but like an agreement that we have, like a understanding that we have or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it made me realize that I have issues. I'm self-conscious about my body. It was crazy. And so it was it was kind of mind blowing. It was kind of a crazy thing. Yo, Kevin, I sent the link in the chat. Do you need me to send it in the email? I'm gonna send it to you in the email. I will send
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I don't mean to strum up any controversy. I've just been curious about what yesterday's Twitter stories were about, and what I don't know. I'm just curious. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can ask me anytime about it, but I will tell you that even if you guys think we're arguing, we're just it's like mostly it's arguing for the sake of argument, not for any real argument. But I'm glad you enjoy it, and I'm sorry if it gives you anxiety sometimes, where you're like, oh, what's going on? But I've gotten lots of
No problem.
notes.
No problem.
We've learned to like tone it down. We were a lot worse because we used to get notes from total strangers asking if everything was okay, and so you missed out on those fleets that were a little more intense than this. But now we have a pretty good rapport. But today, Trek on the Tube also pissed me off because he asked me this stupid question about he asked me how I would feel if the Mandalorian was Kelvin-fied. Or
Oh,
whatever. Yeah.
that pissed me off too. I
Oh,
was
see,
like,
you got pissed off too, right?
I was
That's
like,
like your
Kelvin
thing.
Fine.
So,
I was like,
okay, I'm gonna show you
trying
these
to
pictures in
grab
just
him
a
by the-
second. Let me just send this. Let me send this email to our friend Kevin here. All right, link, and we'll send it from Starfleet Boy. Starfleet Boy, where are you, Starfleet Boy? All right, here we go, and send. All right, Kevin, I emailed you the link in case that's what you're asking for. Mando Calvin. So okay, so I'm gonna pull up these images and I'm gonna show you guys. I know everyone on this panel except Ruben has probably already seen these. Let me see, where is it? Okay, so let's go down here. Okay, so the first image we got was this one, and let me pull this up. All right, so this is an example of Star Trek Discovery using the new AR wall technology. So there's like a behind the scenes
Right. Okay,
image.
Yeah, I saw that him post that picture too.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is like, it's cool because look, it's where does the set begin and where does it end? That's like the beauty.
I think it's funny that it looks like a set from the '60s Star Trek.
No, I know, it's great.
Like
That's-
in the picture, not in the actual end result, of course.
yeah, but look, yeah, there's like weird stones standing in a weird way. Like there's
That
this
looks-
like,
That looks amazing.
it's
It
pretty
does.
cool, right?
So
Yeah.
it's-
That looks dope. That looks really dope.
So this is going to change how Star Trek Discovery is filmed. Like the actors will have actual, it's much like The Mandalorian, the actors will have actual images to perform off of instead of green screens, and they'll be lit by the AR. One of the cool advantages of shooting with the AR wall is that it kind of lights you, and so if you're wearing reflective things like helmets or glass, if there's glass or whatever, it reflects the AR wall, so it looks like a realistic reflection, which is pretty cool. So it continues the illusion of reality. Yay, PJ's here. What's up, PJ?
Still,
He's swirling.
he's swirling. He's buffering. Damn
He's
it.
buffering. Hopefully PJ will be there in just a second. But okay, so that was the image for the AR wall, and now I'm gonna show you guys. Yay, PJ's here.
The
What up,
transporter-
PJ?
Hi,
Sound
The
excited to
transporter
see
rooms?
us, PJ.
I am.
PJ, I told PJ we were gonna start at 10, and then at like 10:18 he gave up on me, and then I messaged him, and he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll try to come on. Let me see if I can turn all my spool up all the hyperdrives and and things like that to get on here."
Oh yeah. That's what you did to me last week.
I did that, and then
You
and
need
I
to, you need to pick a time every Friday and just stick to it.
I do. I've been good like the last couple Fridays, right?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
PJ.
yes.
I'm trying to say that.
Wow, damn, Marcelo, let it all out. Let it all out tonight. Anyways,
No, it's like so-
no, it's fine. Anyways, then the next image, and this is the one that Trek on the Tube's comment came from. So let me show you guys this. Hold on, copy. All right, so this is a shot. This is a report. Sorry, what's the word that they use? This is a unconfirmed picture from the set. By the way, for those of you who don't know, these are spoilers, possibly potentially for Strange New Worlds and Star Trek Discovery. Anyways, this is not too big of a spoiler, but this is supposedly, possibly the transporter room
I like that.
on the Enterprise in Strange New World. So this,
Oh, that looks great.
I like that. I love that.
There's some more images. Let me see if I can pull up the other ones, some other angles here. What? So, anyways, he said that this was too much like the Kelvin. It looks too Kelvin-y to
Oh,
him.
that's bullshit.
No, it does. I mean, it has like the vibe. I see it.
Kind of.
Like, I don't know what you guys think, but I see it.
Well,
but it definitely has
well-
more. To me, it's more TOS-y than Kelvin-y.
Look at
Yeah.
the L cards, right?
Well, it's not L card. It shouldn't be L cards, but yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
like there's buttons and stuff. Like,
Right.
yeah, like I don't know. We'll see. The final thing might not be, and these are unconfirmed. These could be pictures of like a fan, a movie theater in someone's house.
They're
that looks
real.
like
It's
yeah,
real.
no, I
Come
believe
on.
it too.
They're
I believe
real.
it too. Yeah, it's
They're
like,
real.
yeah, I agree exactly.
They would have to go through a lot of trouble to fake something like that. I mean, you can just tell it's a set we haven't seen before. It's clearly Star Trek. It's clearly the Enterprise transporter room. I mean, if it's not, I'll be very surprised.
Yeah, me too. But anyways,
Not my Klingons though.
as with not my Klingons hashtag. As with anything Star Trek nowadays, there's like always folks that are like really excited about it, and then there's folks that are like, oh yeah, this is like an abomination or whatever. It doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like. Which I've been there. I was one of those people.
The truth
for
of the
Star Trek
matter is,
Discovery.
if it turns out to be like 10 great episodes of Trek, regardless of what's changed and what's kept old school or whatever, if it's good, nobody will care about the little things. It's only when it's not very good that we start just tearing it apart and nitpicking.
Right,
it
like
out.
Star Trek Discovery, like there wasn't enough to hold on to in season 1, so people started nitpicking, which is, yeah, you're absolutely right. That
That
happened.
is such a good argument, PJ. I wish I knew you when I was watching season 1 of Star Trek Discovery, because I would have saved billions of dollars in therapy.
With billions of dollars in therapy. Okay.
I can recommend you a few therapists that are a little bit cheaper, man.
Yeah, there's like a lot of like.
No, and I want you guys to understand, this is coming from a guy that adores Alex Kurtzman. Like, if that guy takes a crap on a lawn, I'll say it's the
Wow.
best crap ever, right?
Oh my god. Man.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I feel like these days, because of social media and everyone, having a phone and an instant voice and an opinion, I think that even like stuff that's, that's good media still gets a lot of criticism. Like I thought season 2 of Discovery was really good, but I feel like it got a lot of hate and a lot of pushback from people. So I don't know.
Well-
I just feel like that's just kind of the age that we live in.
It's also like one of the 3 new Marvel shows. Like somebody who loves Marvel hates one of those shows, or like doesn't like one of those shows. Me, I think WandaVision's the best, Falcon, Winter Soldier, and then Loki's probably the weakest in terms of like an individual season of a series. It just leaves too many things open at the end for me. But I
Going
don't
back
know.
to those
It's
pictures.
it's all good, but you can nitpick the crap out of Loki if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, sure. About any show, really. But going back to that, going back
Loki
to
in
those
particular.
those image. Oh, I can't wait to talk to you. That's awesome. Going back to those images real quick of the set. So a lot of people were like complaining that it looks too much like the Calvin timeline, and someone, I think it might have been Paul Sutherland, brought up a good point. Like it's like basically like there's no way around. Discovery is already inspired by Calvin. Like the Discovery looks like it could be in the Calvin timeline, and Strange New Worlds is gonna look like it could be in the Calvin. That's just the new
Well,
look.
isn't Discovery
That's the
supposed to be in
new-
the Calvin?
Can I-
time?
No, it's
Can I-
not supposed to be. But the point is that's just the new aesthetic. Like that's what audiences like. That's what the producers think audiences like. And there's a part of me like I actually enjoyed that aesthetic a lot in the context of an alternate universe Star Trek. original series, I was like, okay, when I had it in that perspective, I was like, oh yeah, Calvin's awesome, like whatever. And it took me a while to get over it, but I'm also now used to it for Star Trek Discovery, and I totally I did not expect Strange New Worlds to just go completely faithful to the original series. I knew that wasn't going to happen, but I knew that they were going to make some changes based on like what I heard and stuff like that, that were going to make it at least more, it's going to lean more towards the TOS vibe than to the Kelvin vibe. And I think that's what I'm seeing here in these images, is that, yeah, it still looks like bigger and badder and like cooler, but it's more TOS-y than it is Kelvin-y than Discovery like was or whatever. And so he said on the Fleet's Trek on the Tube said, how would you feel if they Kelvin-fied the Mandalorian? And so he was trying to like push my button. So I went back and said, yo, like I'm a Star Trek fan before I'm a Star Wars fan. Like I like Star Trek more, and I already don't give a shit that Star Trek Discovery updated the aesthetic. So like, why would I care that the Kelvin, like, why would I care if Mandalorian was Kelvin-fied? So that's it. Yeah. What were you doing with the tapping? Like, shut it off.
I'm pushing. I'm pushing your
Oh,
buttons.
he did. He pushed my
And-
buttons. I got crazy on that Fleet. I was like angry, and I was like, "What a stupid question!" And blah.
No.
blah, blah.
So
You
wait,
gotta go back and look.
I still don't even understand. So the Mandalorian's getting Calvin-fied?
He said, "How would I feel if the Because I think what he was trying to get at,
That's an apples and oranges.
oranges
You can't-
comparison.
Oh,
You
okay,
can't-
okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I get. Okay, I understand.
The Star Wars universe allows them to still be retro in future incarnations and still adhere to the look of a particular time period in that universe, because it is not our future. It is not even our past. It's some other past from somewhere else that's complete fantasy. And it has nothing to do with our reality. With Star Trek, it always has to evolve aesthetically
I mean, everything does.
to fit the times, like from the TV show to the movies to the newer TV shows. You know what I mean?
Everything does to a certain extent. Like I totally agree with what you're saying about specifically about Star Trek compared to Star Wars. But like I don't understand what Strange New Worlds is supposed to look like. Like Star Trek 1, the motion picture doesn't look anything like the TV show.
No.
TNG
Right.
looks nothing like the movies.
And it's
You know,
literally
even
supposed to
Deep
be the
Space-
exact same ship, though. You know what I
Even
mean?
Deep Space Nine carries the general aesthetic of TNG, but Deep Space Nine has a completely different vibe. It's on a Kardashian ship, like
Kardashians.
Kardashian.
So it's gonna come out that way.
Sorry.
So it's like I don't understand what Strange New Worlds is supposed to look like to be acceptable.
No, I just think
Because to me, that sorry, my last point. To me, that first picture you showed about with the transporter room, it
Yeah.
reminded me of Star Trek 1.
Right, the
And-
motion picture.
Yeah, it reminded me of the motion picture in a lot of
Well,
ways. I
the
see
motion picture looks like a Borg. Paul Sutherland might have said this too. It looks like a Borg ship transporter room. But yeah, it reminds you of the TOS film aesthetic more than, and that's
Right.
what I don't mind. I think there was something that like is in the Star Trek the motion picture novelization by Gene Roddenberry, where it's kind of stated that like what Star Trek is, the original series, are tapes or like reproductions of the missions of Captain Kirk and crew. So we don't have to, if we want to, we don't have to take that aesthetic as quote unquote canon or continuity. We can actually say Star Trek the original series is a TV show within Star Trek, and the motion picture aesthetic is the true aesthetic. Like that is the true aesthetic of this. And if you say that, then Discovery looks, it fits into that world, because Discovery looks to me a lot like Enterprise, and Enterprise was also, I thought, wrong for that nothing can
Well, that's what
look
I'm
like
saying. Right,
that's the thing,
right.
is nothing. I don't think Star Trek the original series is so unique that I don't think anything could look like that and look serious anymore. Like you just can't. You can take it seriously
Well, it
when
has
you're
to
watching the
evolve,
original.
like what PJ's saying.
Yeah,
No matter what,
yeah.
it has to evolve. And like, as long as Kurtzman's the head of Star Trek, basically, his signature, what he likes to see, is gonna be there whether you like it or not. So there's gonna be a little bit of the Kelvin in it because he's from the J.J. Abrams school of art. You know, he sees, that's the way he sees shows and stuff. So it'll have that sort of signature. It's kind of like when Tim Burton makes a movie. There's a signature
look,
thing
right,
that Tim Burton does, that every movie has that feel to it.
And
you know?
just to be clear, like the JJ films, they may have changed the aesthetic of the bridge and the Enterprise look to a certain extent where it's not that familiar, but Discovery takes more liberties with the canon, and it's set in Prime, like with the Klingons and the aesthetic. So it is influenced by that, but I think it's its own thing upon itself. I think when people watch Discovery and think Kelvin, a lot of it comes from the way it's filmed, the anamorphic lens with the lens flare and all the time, and the kinetic camera, everything. The camera has to be moving all the time, and like you can't just fucking sit on a shot for 2 seconds.
Pointless Dutch angles for no reason.
Yeah, it's like, but
'Cause,
they're
hey, look,
learning
we
and
went
they're
to
great.
film school.
The TV is more and more in each season that comes out of live action, whatever. Hopefully Picard's. I like the way Picard was filmed. That was the one thing I'll give Picard. It was simple when it needed to be, and like dynamic in other parts, and like the CG was decent, and they used just the right amount of lens flare. Like they really got it right in terms of how they should shoot a show. And then season 3 of Discovery was probably the best looking out of all of them, because they knew at that point, we don't need to do all these tricks all the time. We it's like everybody calmed down. Like some directors were just crazy. Jonathan Frakes was really the only one who would keep the camera still. You could tell when he was directing an episode, because like not only usually like it was shot well, but like it just he actually kept it on somebody for a second. Like that the whole thing where Tilly's experimenting with the rock, very simple shots, and it's like, yes, finally. I hate when the camera spins around people for a whole conversation.
Yeah.
It actually makes me physically ill to watch.
You can go and listen to PJ reacting in real time on our watch along series of Star Trek Discovery with all 3 seasons, every episode. I'm only not on 2 episodes, which my nemesis Trek on the Tube is on those episodes, so he's not really my nemesis, but go check it out. Allison has a great question. I think, what are the chances we will see smooth forehead Klingons in Strange New Worlds? Okay, go.
I'll go back to the idea I've said over and over again.
Yes.
The way to represent the TOS Klingons in a modern context is to just show the Star Trek 6 Klingons.
Yes, yeah,
they're the
right.
most.
I like that. Yeah,
they have
true.
the most subtle ridges. They look the most human out of all of them. So, there you go. And and the audience will just have to accept, the ones who are like, oh, they're not smooth-headed. It's like, well, you know what? You can't do that anymore, folks.
And
can't do it.
And Ash Tyler's argument for undercover. There can be undercover Klingons and stuff like that, but yeah.
If they were really smart, they would have a Klingon-centric episode where you would see all kinds of different,
that would
different
be great.
iterations, and to see okay, they all exist. Like what? Another thing that Picard did very well is show both styles of Romulan and blend them perfectly
together.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll touch the Klingons on Disco or Strange New World, says Geek and Review. I think the Klingons will appear in season. I have a prediction that they'll appear in season 4 of Discovery. I don't know about Strange New Worlds if we'll get Klingons in season 1.
Just imagine if we never see them again. Wouldn't that be crazy if we just they never address it?
It would be
That would
crazy.
be awesome.
Do you think
Or
that
you haven't
Ash
yet.
Tyler's going to be bad? Or
villains,
like
look at
Laurel?
Look at that.
As far as anybody knows, God, what's her name? Mary Wiseman? Not Mary Wiseman.
Chico?
Mary Chieffo.
Mary Chieffo. She's not been back, as far as I know, but she could show up. She is in the comic though. There's a comic that's taking place right before the show. It's not really canon.
Oh.
and
that's
it
cool.
deals
They
with
do those the countdown comics, kind of, right?
it deals with some fallout with the Klingons, and Pike is still in communication with Laurel.
I was watching the Discovery episode where Laurel was holding the baby head and she was talking to all the Klingons and getting them riled up. That scene. Oh my gosh,
It's so gross.
It's
so brutal.
It's
She's
oh my
holding
gosh,
the baby
you're
head,
holding the baby head. Oh gosh, it's too much.
My baby has been killed by. Who does she blame? It was
Doc Marchosh.
Doc much of my baby.
She blamed Vogue.
Vogue, that's right. And she throws his head into like the flames or something, I think, or whatnot.
And all the Klingons are like, "Wow, baby head. She's hardcore. We're gonna like." It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
Fathery says Strange New
Super weird.
Worlds could fix the Klingons. Geek and Review says Discovery really needs to discover new races that aren't Kelpians. We've hardly had any new species. This is true.
We got a
except
few.
Well, we had those big head. Well, yeah, but as far as introductions, I guess they're all very human looking because we have books.
Saru, right? Is it Saru?
Well, Saru's not, but he's saying instead of Kelpians. Who else have we had?
What
Saru's
what is
Kelpian.
non?
Nan's a Barzan, but they were introduced in the Next Generation. But she was really, I guess, Discovery kind of owns them because they were just like a one episode thing in the Next Generation. So Discovery really made the Barzans more fleshed out, I think. So that's cool.
They took a couple of background characters from the motion picture and made them full on.
Oh, a
aliens.
Saurian. We've never really had a Saurian, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
The
Yeah, it's true.
Beetlejuicean.
The Beetlejuicean too. Yeah, that's right.
What's the Beetlejuicean?
That was Yor from the Kelvin timeline. The guy who was like, the guy who was wearing the TNG uniform towards the end of the season, when Giorgio has to go down to the Guardian of Forever. That episode, do you remember? And he's also
he looks just like an orc, one of the skinny
yeah,
orcs.
yeah. I should have just
Skinny
said that.
orcs from Lord of the Rings that like kind of looks like a vulture or something. You know that
Right.
one of those kind of orcs.
Allison wants to know what Fathery meant by fix, and Fathery says Klingons are too popular to never ever show up again. Might be a while, but it will happen. I think Picard might be the show to do it. I think what Fathery meant by fix is just like the Klingons are kind of broken in the sense that like they don't exactly line up.
There are visual discrepancies in the canon that haven't been
and how they
addressed.
look. Yeah, aesthetically they look too wildly off, but it's not a problem because all you have to do is show somehow in a scene or like PJ was suggesting in an episode where you have the Klingons and show how diverse they are as a species and like how
I
many
want to
different-
know how they
how
ever
look.
evolved to have space travel when they're murdering each other just for little insults at every turn. I remember that episode where Riker's like, "Hey, you got to be nice with the crew," and the Klingon's like, "I will kill you right now if this were a Klingon ship." I'm like, "Your species would not get very far with
Yeah,
this attitude." Let me tell you.
They don't show them a lot, but that's pretty much just the military side of their species. There are scientists and doctors and like very like non-violent
Yeah,
citizens.
Klingons.
I would
they
imagine
focus
they're
on
not,
the warrior
they're not
class,
all
right?
barbaric.
Right,
Yeah.
but like their leadership is right. So like, I mean,
No,
like
well,
you said,
every
they
time-
never show it in the show, but
No, well, the chancellor at the top is never really an outright moron like the underlings kind of seem to be sometimes with their bloodlust and. But I think there's always like some kind of voice of reason at the top. But yeah, it's weird how they're just like they're kind of like just a whole species of mirror universe characters that just backstab and show
hey,
weakness
Worf,
and will
I don't
stab
like
you.
your
and-
shoes. It's like, okay.
Going back to the transporter for a second, Don Paris posted a cool thread today. I'm curious, what is your favorite transporter set? I guess we could start off with Braxton. Like, which is your favorite transporter from all the Star Treks?
Oh, whoa, totally on the spot. You know, the transporter pads really don't stick out to me. You know, I can accept, you know, their look, kind of however they look.
Well, let's
you know,
show them. Here's the one from TOS, for example. So this is TOS's transporter room. This is what people are saying. This is
the
what
new
people
one
are.
looks like.
Well, no, this is what people are saying that the Strange New Worlds transporter should look like this. Like that's what people want it to
Look
look
at the
like.
lack of detail in the walls.
It should look like a walk-in closet from
No.
a 60s style house.
That's just the way they did it back then.
No.
It shouldn't,
Right,
look, it shouldn't look like that. No.
It looks good in this context. In
There's
the
too much
context
carpet
of
in that
yours.
room.
There's carpet. You could. That's fine. But anyways, this is the original transporter room. I guess the next one would be Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Let me pull that one up here. So Star Trek: TMP transporter, and we'll go over here. Okay, I got it.
I don't think there's any way you could translate that into a modern TV show that'll make every fan happy.
Yeah, I
It's either
totally
going to look
agree.
too cheesy to some, it's going to look too real to others. So just do whatever you want to do, whatever you think looks good. I mean,
Alright,
I'm not going to watch Stranger Worlds, but like that transporter set looked cool to me. Like it's not going to be the transporter that's going to keep me away.
So what? So you've decided that you're not going to watch any newer Star Trek at all?
Well, I don't have Paramount Plus, so
Oh, okay.
that makes the decision pretty easy.
Dude, you should get.
That is an
But no,
ugly ass
but-
room.
but if you knew, but seriously, if you knew somebody who had Paramount Plus and you could just mooch off them, would you watch the show?
No, because I could just bootleg it if I wanted to.
What do you guys think of the motion? PJ already said it's ugly. This is the motion picture. So Paul Sutherland described it as looking like the Borg created it,
Dude, it's
or-
way too dark.
or
Can we see it
H.R.
from the
Giger.
front?
What's that?
Can we see it from the front? Instead of
What do
the
you
back?
what do you think? This is AR wall? Yeah, like Marcelo. I gotta search it on Google here.
Sorry,
All right, let me see if we can find like the you're talking about. Look at the act from. Well, what's interesting about this is, do you guys see this like crazy? It's like a here. I'm gonna zoom in a little.
Porgy
Do you see?
pattern.
Well, it's got like a piece of glass that they stand behind, so it suggests that like the radiation from the transporter is dangerous or something like that. I don't know that you have to like.
Well,
be
it is
behind-
dangerous because every time you get transported in that thing, you go, ah, and you fucking die.
Well, those space worms that attack those transporter worms.
Sorry,
And
And
Commander.
then-
and then the poor yeoman is like, that's the 5th time that's happened today, and Kirk's like, my God, it's so stupid.
I feel like when you
My
step
God,
onto
the
a
fifth time.
transporter
Did she
pad,
really say the 5th time that it's happened?
No.
That's so funny. So here's the look I think that you wanted,
Yeah, from the front. Yeah.
Marcelo, right?
Yeah.
That looks straight out of a 70s TV show. I wouldn't doubt like that was constructed for Phase 2.
I feel like it's way too dark. I don't like it. I can't see any details. Like, I feel like if I were to use that transporter pad, it would freak me out because I couldn't see anything. You would
And
like,
it's got that 70s weird glass that people had.
yeah,
The frosted glass with the
The
little.
frosted glass. Yeah.
yeah. That looks super.
By the way, here's the this is the TOS this is the TOS transporter. I think this is from one of the set recreations. It might be an original one, lit slightly differently, and it kind of looks different. It looks different when it's all in light. I mean, we know how important lighting is, but right, it has a different scale here. It looks a little different. with this
the camera, the shot is taken at floor level when the other one was like above.
yeah, so that's
Above,
true.
so.
And then let me see. So in Star Trek 2, I don't know if we see we saw the transporter in Star Trek 2. So let me see if I can find the Wrath of Khan transporter. I think this is it right here. Okay, so I don't know if this is a recreation of it or what. It looks a little CG to me, but this is the Wrath of Khan, I think, Enterprise transporter.
It's no different from
The first one.
yeah.
It's pretty much the same, yeah.
It's a little bit different, but yeah.
Star Trek 5, I guess, would be the next one. Because we don't see I mean, of course we see, well, I guess you could do more than just the Enterprise. There could be you could like the Klingon transporter pad or whatever, yeah.
If you
But
don't
I think
transport fast enough, a paint stick comes out, hits you in the back.
It looks like Star Trek 5 was just a redress of the Next Generation one, so I'm gonna just do the Next Generation next. So TNG transporter, let's see here. All right, here we go. So this is the transporter pad in Star Trek The Next Generation. Oh, I gotta do that. Oh, damn it. I'm so bad at Googling. But in the meantime, do you guys, anyone else other than Braxton, have an idea of which transporter they like the best?
TNG.
TNG's your favorite?
Enterprise D, baby.
Marcelo?
It's all about the D.
It's all about
I
that D.
like. Can I sort of cheat?
Yeah, sure.
I will go for TNG and the
look at
Kelvin
that.
verse. The Kelvin transporter room.
Oh, I gotta pull that one up too.
It looks
Doesn't
good.
the Kelvin one have a glass too? I think they brought.
Yeah,
back
it
the glass
does.
in the
Yeah.
It does have a glass thing. Let me find a better picture of the TNG.
TNG
one.
just has, in general, the most
Look at the L
aesthetically
cars.
pleasing
I love L cars. Sorry.
shapes and colors, as far as I can tell, and colors.
Yeah. This is like an interesting perspective because I didn't realize how small and it's all glass. It's very nice. But they kept that design from the original series, sort of that weird. These things supposedly, those things create like a refraction pattern or something that holds the transporter. It does something effective. I don't know if that's why those are there.
And those lights on the top there are supposed to be the original transporter pads from the original series, if I'm not mistaken.
Flipped. So this
Flipped,
was
yeah.
these were on the bottom in the that's a really good call out there. So these things at the top were actually at the bottom in the original series. They're the same ones. So
Oh, very cool.
yeah, it's very nice that they were able to incorporate that into.
Nice production nod.
Yeah, that's very cool. I guess that's an Easter egg, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, can you bring up the bridge or the transporter room from the Enterprise from the short, or I think it's the short that shows it.
The short tracks, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I think it is it's a slight redress of the Discovery one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna pull that up for you.
Deep
This
Space
is
Nine just had that weird one, right? That one, like, kind of like solo transporter kind of person on the station, not the Defiant.
That was Enterprise. They had the solo pad, just the one pad, and
No, but didn't Deep Space Nine have like that one little one too in the back of the?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They had it on the promenade.
Like in the
I
back
mean,
of the main
Oh my
office,
God,
whatever they called the
yeah.
bridge, whatever they called the bridge on.
ops.
station.
Yeah, ops.
Ops
Ops. Yeah, like, I
Sorry.
can't remember.
or operations.
there's a really cool artist. His name is Tadeo de Oria, I think. And he
Tadeo de Orio.
Tadeo de Oria.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he creates these like very realistic looking CGI recreations, especially of TNG. Look at how beautiful. So this is I think this is like a great.
Wow.
That was very
Wow,
Good.
this is so great, guys. You see this like transporter room over here? But so shout out to him. He does such amazing work, and he does take commissions. So if you guys want to check out his work,
Is he the one that does those YouTube videos and actually builds like builds an entire CG version of the Enterprise bridge from?
he was involved in
Nemesis,
a
or
project
was it,
called we lost Braxton, I think.
Stage no, but
Stage 9, yeah, he was involved.
he was the Stage 9 guy.
I think he was involved in that project, if I'm not mistaken. But his work is just gorgeous. If you go to, the only way I know of his work is on Twitter and his website. I don't know about a YouTube. Maybe he does have a YouTube, but I was following his work before I even knew who he was, because like I'd seen this stuff before I was even Starfleet Boy. I was following his work, and it's just like really good, amazing work. It makes me feel like I'm in. It makes me feel like I'm there. It's just I just got to show it one more time.
But do you know what happened where somebody did that? And I remember watching the videos of like them going through like all of these different spots on the Enterprise D, and they made up parts to fill in the blanks that weren't shown on the show, and like they connected everything. It was really fucking smart. There's one part and by the way, Viacom, CBS, whatever, shut them down.
Yeah,
bastards.
Because it was so good. I think
because
that's
it was
what
so
was,
fucking
like,
good,
so great. Yeah,
and you could even go down to the shuttle bay, get in a shuttle, and go out and go around the fucking ship. I was like, oh my god, somebody fucking made this, and like the people themselves that make the actual property can't get anywhere near, like recreating old aesthetics. It's weird.
right.
I remember years
Except for Lower
ago
Decks.
in Minecraft, they
Yeah,
built D to scale in Minecraft.
What?
There was a project years and years ago. It took a few months to complete.
Nerds.
Seriously. And I remember I've told you before, so in Second Life, I went to a space station, like a regular one kind of space station. It wasn't, I don't think as big, but it was pretty big. There was a great Star Trek museum in Second Life. My friend built a Doctor Who TARDIS that had infinite rooms.
Wow.
Speaking of Regula One, this is the Regula One transporter pad, which I like a lot. I think this is like probably one of my favorite transporters.
That is
Look at
very
this.
cool.
Yeah, look at this wicked, crazy panel here. Like, what the hell is
And
that?
where did you
with
say
the
that's
red?
from?
The Regula One space
Regula One
station in
space
Star Trek
station.
2.
Star Trek 2.
Oh, very
Retcon,
cool.
This is where they
Yeah.
find all the dead bodies and whatnot. This is
Yeah,
where,
it's true.
And then they're all concerned that they might beam to nowhere.
Mm.
When Bones is concerned about that, but Captain Kirk
And
is
suppose they
fairly
went
soon.
nowhere.
How about a spin-off about Worf's pet Targ or a Doomsday Klingons reality show? Geek says, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Bolians. We know nothing about them except that they're all barbers. Allison says, Worf, we don't speak about this. That's true.
They should do a
There was already a good
reality-
explanation on DS9 about the Klingons.
They should
It's
do a
true.
reality show where they put 7 Star Trek fans who are cosplayers, and they have to be in cosplay the whole time as a different species from Star Trek, and it's like Big Brother, but with cosplayers and Star Trek characters.
That that show sounds like a hot mess. I feel like costuming and makeup does not wear well. Like, I feel like we
The
just be
stank-
seeing like,
The
oh my
stank in that
god,
house. It'll be like a con on Sunday. Ooh,
oh my
baby.
god.
That's pretty funny.
digital makeup is replacing
This is true.
is replacing the foam latex and all that crap. Not now, but it's getting to that point where it's going to be just so much easier to just stick it on an actor digitally in post.
I was
than
gonna
actually
say,
sit there
who
for
was
that many
wearing-
hours. and
I was
put it
gonna
on
say
and
who
take
was
it off.
wearing digital makeup? Osara's nephew.
No,
wasn't
no, that was all of that was practical. They just made them look like battery people. Remember those old Duracell commercials, the Battery Family, where they're all plastic looking.
Yeah.
But I can't think. What was oh yeah, WandaVision is an example. Paul Bettany never wore the Vision makeup
Right.
on that show. He wears it in the movie,
right.
and you
Yeah,
can
I
tell the
was so
difference when you watch
surprised
the
to see
movie.
that, yeah.
You can see more texture in the movie. You can see that it's actually makeup on him. But when you watch WandaVision, it still looks like he has the makeup on, but it just looks. It's like what it looks a bit different. Then you find out it's like all digital. But it,
Ruben,
it fooled me.
Father's dropping a bit of lore that I didn't know about, which is I think the Klingons got their advanced tech from the Herc, the aliens that once ruled over them. I had no. What is this? I don't know about this. Do you know anything about this?
I remember hearing about the Herc. I don't remember much about them though.
Is this like an Enterprise thing that is an episode that I missed?
Worf mentions them.
Really?
In Deep Space Nine, I
Oh,
think. It could
yeah,
be
I'm
before that, but
I've never heard of these people.
I'm rewatching
Yeah,
Deep Space Nine, and there's a lot of things I'm catching that I'm like, holy crap.
the
there's
Herc
so
were
much.
basically the Baul. And
Oh, so it's another
Klingons are
recycled
really?
thing. I didn't realize that. It's crazy.
I guess
God.
that's what I'm. That's why. I
Is that who
gleaned from it,
Kalis like fights? Is that the whole thing that they liberate them from the
but
Herc?
It would make
or-
sense for them to have like an adversary like that.
Yeah, it's true.
It would make them stop killing each other for a minute.
For a minute, it's true.
Didn't like somebody from like Klingon lore like kill their gods or something, and that's why they're like worshipped by Klingon warriors.
Yeah, the Klingons killed their gods. I think
Oh,
Worf says
those
that.
Klingons, baby.
He's like, yeah, he's like, we killed our gods.
Bro, Kalis took a fucking sword, bro, a battle, bro.
Wait, he made a sword out of his
Bro,
hair.
He took his hair, bro.
He made a sword. It's true.
Made a
He-
fucking sword out of it, bro. That
He
shit
did.
was dope as fuck. That's what all the Klingons 1,000 years ago.
We do know that Klingons do inhale fumes from their volcanic activity, and they can get high off of it from Star Trek Discovery Season 1. So we do know that is in fact continuity. So Klingons do have like some kind of smoke that gets them high. Geek says, I always thought it was weird more transporter rooms didn't have glass between the console and the pad. You don't know what you're beaming up. Oh, it's true. Like, what if someone explodes as soon as they materialize? Like, you do need something.
I
like
just
that.
had Taco Bell. Don't beat me up.
But in fairness, I think that they are like 20 feet away,
Yeah, that was also far away. It's true.
so they could react. Like if like somebody hostile they beamed up, like they have enough time to like pull a phaser and shoot.
That's possible.
Well,
it's
the
true.
transporter detects and deactivates things as well. But here's the
That's
problem
right.
with the transporter.
And you can
With
make the
that
force
device,
field.
it is such an advanced piece of technology in the franchise in terms of what they've done with it. It can literally solve most problems in terms
Right,
of
they
like
even, like,
of the body.
remove-
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
I
remove
mean, it's
like
not like they
viruses
turned
and
kids
stuff,
back into
yeah.
adults. Oh wait.
Right, they did that too.
Not only that, remember when Pulaski was she had that disease where she was aged. And they're like,
Yeah.
let's just take some of her DNA before she got the disease and stick it in there and then beam her in and out and see what happens. And, then
And now we're all
she's
immortal.
good. Yeah. And like War, for example, when he needed that spinal surgery, it's like just beam what you need in the right spot and like be done with it.
That bothers me all the time with surgeries on Star Trek because I was like, just beam it. You can beam everything else for crying out loud. Like,
And they do talk about beaming babies out during pregnancies and stuff.
Pregnancies instead of a
Voyager,
C-section, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Which makes sense, right? Kind of like.
Or beaming a baby from one mother to a surrogate mother or something like that.
Oh, that's interesting too. Like from one.
I don't know if they did that kind of thing with.
How would they take care of the core? Well, it's a stupid question. How would they take care
Kira
of
was
the core?
inseminator, wasn't she?
What,
Did
Kira?
Keiko have the baby first and then it was transferred, or was Kira Nerys actually given like an egg, a fertilized egg? Do you remember?
I think she was in.
The father would know, but yeah.
I gotta
think
give
it
a
was
shout out to
similar.
Allison McGreedy's
I'm sorry, I was just curious about that.
FASA gaming reference. That's awesome.
Oh, very cool. Allison's a cool person. You should follow
That's
Allison
old
on.
school. That's old
on
school
Twitter.
gaming.
Dude, I feel like at that point in the future, like they probably aren't like it's not even important to use anybody's eggs. They can just like synthesize some, and they'll be like perfect genetically.
Well,
we
actually,
had-
no. There's laws in the Star Trek world about messing with the natural
Order.
evolution, I guess, or
Oh, no.
editing DNA, which we can do now. We can actually people if they want, they had the power to do so, could literally edit their children to like the feature, to like the smallest features. It's crazy. You can do that now. It's not being done. Probably is somewhere. I don't know, but it's good. Star Trek has that idea, like it'll get out of control in a whole, what is it, the Wrath of Khan guys?
Right.
What are they called? Super soldiers, I guess.
Super Soul. Yeah. I guess
Superman.
Oh,
just,
so does that the stuff that you're talking about, PJ? Do you think that goes back to like the eugenics wars?
Eugenics is all about phasing out other genetic material and keeping just like that blonde. It was a blonde hair, blue eye kind of thing.
Mhm.
But
They breed out the
I think
worst things and breed in.
yeah,
the
it's like if
best
you
things.
all of a sudden get a Superman superior race, they'd be like, I guess they'd only want the strong because the strong would be the only ones that could survive like their tyranny, I guess. But yeah,
It's like invincible.
they're yeah, I suppose they're like Nazi-like in that way.
Allison also says DS9. That's how Kira Hoshi got inside. Kira Hoshi got inside Kira.
Okay,
know
because
that
I was
reference.
wondering it because I thought that Keiko had carried her for a bit and then she had to,
Right. Okay, now I remember what you're talking
and
about.
they did the
Yeah,
transporter thingy in that way.
And
Five
Miles
of them.
kept telling Kira, "I put a baby in you." Kira."
that's- I'm not sure threes
Kira's
and
like,
sevens.
shut up, shut up, you.
I'm not sure that threes and sevens is still on the panel, but I mean on the live stream. But threes and sevens watches every week, and so we're so happy you were here live for a little while. They're gonna come back later and check us out. OG Skywatch says TNG's The Chase, humans, Romulans, Klingons, and Cardassians are all related to the progenitor race. Yeah, the Odo looking. They look
founders.
like they look like the founders in that,
Yeah.
right? Don't they?
Well,
Yeah.
Isn't it the
I
same
love
actress too?
Yes, who plays the founder? Yeah.
Yeah.
The best thing about that episode is that it gives the entire franchise an excuse to have people in like human beings in prosthetic makeup. That's all it is. And they make a point to say, like, we've seeded this kind of life throughout the galaxy. So Delta, Alpha, Beta, it's all there. So wherever you go, you can
Is a
find,
real yeah.
you could find non-humanoid and humanoid everywhere.
It was a really clever retcon. This is the Voyager transporter, which is kind of a redress of the TNG transporter, and a lot of people are saying they love this one. It looks wild. I like how it's
I like it.
It's
Yeah,
like
that
an
looks awesome.
optical. It's got like an optical illusion-y thing going on.
Totally.
It's
I see a
it's
ship in there
really
somewhere.
Cool cylinder.
Cross my eyes.
It's got like
In the back, I see Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god, where did that come from?
That's what it says.
It's
That's
got
what he
so
sees
dark
in
all of a sudden.
Wow.
Taking it back to 6 months ago.
Was there a transporter room on DS9? They just transported from anywhere, right?
They had that pad in the back of Ops.
There was?
Yes.
There
that's
was
what I
like
tried
two
to say
people.
earlier.
There's like 2 people.
That's what I tried to say earlier.
I don't ever remember seeing a transporter pad in DS9. Huh.
This is the only
it didn't
picture I
really,
could
like-
find.
Well, they were Cardassian, I guess, design, but it was the effect of the Federation. I don't understand why different
Because I always feel like
species
they
have
were in
different
like
effects.
shuttles and ships. you
Yeah,
know?
that's funny. This is
Yeah,
the
most people did
There
come
it
in
is.
from
I
ships,
see
yeah.
it. They're like
Oh, yeah.
triangular. They have these triangular things up
Yeah.
here. Yeah, I see it. This is so it's like yeah, you're right, but it doesn't
Oh, I
really
guess it-
Okay,
I
they
guess
did
it does
use-
fit more people, huh?
They did use the Cardassian effect.
affect. Yeah,
Okay.
it is pretty. I
Oh,
like that gold.
Yeah, that looks really cool. But I guess in DS9, like you maybe have like limited chances to beam people because it's like you're not on the ship, like going to toward a planet. Like, I mean, what were people like beaming from? Not Cardassia, but Bajor to DS9. Well, I guess so because it's close enough.
Yeah. It's like, well, it's weird because the station moved. No, they weren't beaming. They weren't beaming later. In the beginning, they were orbiting Bajor, but they moved closer to the wormhole. So at that point, you had to take a shuttle. But yeah, in the beginning, they were. But yeah, they never beamed down to Bajor. You're right. So yeah, I think they pretty much take a shuttle. But then
Well,
there's
it was also a transport just mainly for the Ops people. Which I imagine if the Cardassians were in control of the station, it was only for them, you know?
right.
So they were beaming down to the planet and back up, but
Now
everybody else was taking shuttles and shit. 'cause
I think the Star Trek, the Enterprise transporter, which just has one, it only has one pad. It's a very rudimentary. It's like the very beginnings of a transporter. Discovery does a good job at mimicking the Discovery. I'll show it to you next, but the Discovery transporter looks like that. Don't you guys think? Let me pull it up. This is Enterprise.
I've always maintained that Discovery is more an aesthetic evolution of Enterprise.
Of
than it is
Enterprise,
Kelvin.
right? I agree.
Like if somebody just watched Enterprise, right, and then the next show was Discovery, like so many years later, it would fit better because you had to do the retcon thing with Enterprise too.
All right, here
But
is
they didn't go
the
too
Star
far
Trek.
with. I mean, the screens that they use in that show are outdated now.
This is the Star Trek Discovery transporter. You see how it like it didn't work. Hold on. Damn it, Janet. Do you guys know what that
It takes a lot of power for those to work.
Let me do this. Hold on.
My
All right, so
secretary's name is-
that was Star Trek Enterprise. That's like no one's favorite transporter, right? No one liked that one.
Everybody hates it and they cry when they see it.
This is the Discovery one, but you see how the aesthetic, like what PJ was saying, like I think this flows from that aesthetic.
Yeah, they took that bulbous look.
Yeah, it has like that bulbous. Yeah, it looks like a blend of a few different
That's cool.
ones, but it does look really cool.
Because it's got the Voyager bluey background.
There's two transporter like stations.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool, yeah. And then, but I like more than the Discovery. I like. Do you guys remember the one for the Shanzhou?
Yeah.
The Shenzhou, yeah.
Shenzhou, yeah.
That was the old school.
Totally.
Starfleet boy, you got a photographic memory, dude. Like remembering like all these transporter pads. Like I don't remember any of these.
This is the one. This is like a mock-up, I guess, or like a production art or something like that. But let me see if I could. There's actually an actual. Oh, this is cool. This is it here.
It's gotta be.
That's a transporter room.
Yeah, and what's cool is it like it has these like it looks old. Like it doesn't even like it looks cool because it's like hold on, let me see.
It looks like a Willy Wonka factory.
There's more detail in the actual set itself with the
Yeah.
The,
Let me see if I can.
with
This
the
is
dome.
the
There you
actual
go.
set, which is no, this is not. Is it?
Oh,
Yeah, this might be
Yeah,
real.
it's the actual set, yes.
Yeah, this is insane. Look at this set.
That
Look
was
at this.
amazing.
Wait a minute. Wait.
But you know, if you go back and you look
Wait.
at the Strange New Worlds
So wait a second.
transporter
Is this-
pad,
How come I can't? Now after the
but if
show,
you
I'm
go
gonna
between,
watch it.
if you look at the Strange New Worlds transporter thing you showed earlier, right?
Yeah.
And you stick that between this and Discovery. Discovery's a newer ship than the Enterprise, right? But the Shinjo
Right.
is older.
Right.
So aesthetically, it would make more sense for Enterprise to look a little bit retro and not as advanced as Discovery. I mean, those set pictures indicate that it seems to be like an evolution of this, but not as advanced as the Discovery. Which, by the way, people forget. Like that ship is like a highly advanced. It's like one of the most advanced ships. I guess that's why Lorca was just casually site to site transporting all the time. But yeah,
Yeah, the Discovery. It even had site to site transport. Yeah, it's true. This what's cool about this is look, they have that glass. It's like in front. It's a shield in front of. See, it's like a shield in front of the.
It looks very like a Imperial Star Wars design.
There is a Star. If Star Wars had transporters, this was what it would look like. You're absolutely right.
I don't know about that.
That center console looks like a
A bit Star
thing.
Warsy.
There'd be like a puppet running the controls.
It's so true. It's so true though. That's all be happening, which we should have more of on Star Trek. All right, so now, what's the next one that you wanted me to pull up, PJ?
No, I was just saying, like, if you
haven't pulled
you
up
go
the Kelvin one
Shenzhou,
yet.
Enterprise, then Discovery, you can see like a bit of an evolution in terms of transporter room design.
No, you really could. And then here is the Kelvin. Let me find the Kelvin transporter, and Marcelo will be super pleased once we find it. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Let's put on your sunglasses.
It's actually a good set.
Lens
yeah,
flare.
here comes the lens flares. All right, let's see if we can pull this up here. And why isn't it doing it? Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. That's the transporter.
Yeah.
So you have Scotty sitting behind a glass.
That's your doctor's office?
Yeah, well, that's the weird thing. This is the first transporter room with chairs. Right? Everyone stands in a transporter room in all the other ones.
Because it seems like you're not in the transporter room operating the transporters for that long where you need to sit. It's not like you're like well, in most cases, it seems like you're not transporting people like for 4 and 5 hours at a time.
Right,
That's why I think the transporter room is actually a punishment. It's like the shitty shitty gig on a ship.
I would think like different officers in that serve on the ship would have to serve like a shift in the transporter room, so that's why they have the chairs, right? Am I making any sense?
I mean, I understand that the transporter room has to be like operated 24/7 probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a chair is new. I'm just saying it's new. I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying it's new to Star Trek. Like that wasn't a thing, right? Like chairs in transporter rooms. Have we ever seen one before?
No, it's totally impractical. And those chairs are heavy and like bolted to the floor. How could you really move around that shit? But anyway, you need to be on your feet. Those things need to be elevated. You need to be standing. You can't be sitting there.
Is that one of those penny machines from like that thing on the left? Is that one of those things that makes flattens the pennies?
I don't know. And then here's an actual image of the transporter pad. So here you go. You have the transporter pad right there.
I did like that,
swirly
swirl effect.
Do you see these things? Do you see these features up at the top here? Like, do you see this feature? That's very similar to what's in the Strange New Worlds transport room, and I can see why people are comparing it now to this one.
But it doesn't look like it, though.
It's not exactly.
It's a whole
Yeah,
different
no, it's a whole different
thing.
vibe. It's true.
It's got that step thing, you know. Yeah.
I hope we get a transporter accident episode
Oh no!
in Strange New Worlds. I think that. Well, we got one in Discovery season 3, so that's
You want to
fine.
see a Tuvix?
Not a Tuvix, but maybe like some I don't know, something. It would be
They
interesting.
should give Tuvix his own show.
What was the transporter accident in Discovery season 3?
It was the episode with the father whose family, the scientist guy whose family was dead, and the seeds on the ship. Remember?
That wasn't a transporter accident, was it? A transporter?
It 100% was. He was trying to transport into the seed vault while there was an ion storm, and he got into a flux or whatever. So yeah, it was like that. Here's another example. Like you could see like the floor of the
Die
transporter
Trying.
room.
That was the name of the episode.
Die Trying. Yeah.
And so what was he like? So damn, now I don't remember. I know that he was a Barzan.
Right.
So like, what happened? He was like out of phase or something.
He was out of phase. Yeah, exactly. He was out of phase. So he was like phasing in and out of reality. So yeah. What did you guys think of Superman and Lois this week? I thought it was the finale, but it's not.
No, it's 15 episodes.
Yeah, I was psyched out. I was like, is this it? Is this a cliffhanger? Is this the season finale? And then I looked it up, and there's a lot more episodes. Did anyone else see it here? Did you see it, PJ? I guess you saw it, and then Braxton hasn't seen it. Marcelo, did you see Superman and Lois?
No, I have not,
Yeah.
but I don't really care about spoilers, so go ahead.
Okay, so spoilers. Let me put up the little spoilers tag because I gave Geek and Review a hard time about spoilers, and now I have to put it up. So spoilers for where is it? Oh, it is up. Spoilers for everything, everyone. Don't come to this show thinking you're not going to be spoiled. I really liked it. I thought it was a great conclusion. I did think it was a little. I thought it was a conclusion. I know.
It's not over yet.
I know. I thought it was a conclusion. So I thought it was a conclusion, and that's why I thought it was like a little rush. But now that I know it's not, I'm happy because it's not the conclusion.
They've done that a few times. They've had story arcs, and things resolve themselves, and it seems like it's the end of a chapter in a particular story in that season, and it's like, oh, there's more to come.
John Henry's a cool character. I'm glad that he's on.
Yeah, he had a whole thing where
Superman.
he did his thing and then he left, and it's like, oh, that's all over now. So what's? And then we started learning. Then that's when we learned that what's his name, Morgan Edge was really a Kryptonian, and in this episode, Superman's trying to fight off being possessed
by
the
Zod.
spirit of Zod.
Yeah, which is crazy. So that was an interesting way of introducing Zod.
And Morgan Edge's dad is Ozzy Osbourne. It's crazy.
This show sounds like trash.
Wait, that's Ozzy Osbourne?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say he looks.
He just
looks
looks
totally
like
different. He
an
does
old
not
burned
look
out rock star.
like a burned out rock star. There is something. I have a question for you, PJ. Something's going on at the end. Morgan Edge, did he possess himself of all the Kryptonians, or what's the deal? Like his eyes blinked white at the end. What was that all about?
Yeah, they do some funny shit with the eyes to show you that there's something up with the character.
Yeah, so we'll find out about that.
It's either red or in this case it was white.
There was a lot of crying in the episode for me, and in the episode as well. The episode has a great way of just really pulling at my heartstrings. The show has a great way of pulling at the
I like the
heartstrings.
Lang family and what they had to go
Yeah,
through.
and what they've been through.
She's not Lana Lang anymore.
Lane, Lana Lane. Isn't it Lane?
Lang.
Lang now? Is it Lane?
What's her
or
husband's name?
Lois Lane. Duh. Lang. No, it's something else. You're right. It's
Her husband and daughter.
Lana, whatever her new name is. But yeah.
But that whole thing where like the town's just pissed off at them.
I know what they went through.
The father's getting so mad, and then at the end they have like a nice little family moment. So that was cool.
What did you think of it, Geek and Review, and anyone in the audience that also saw it? The Kelvin room looks like a cockpit of a jumbo jet to pilot and engineer. Yes, it does. That is what it looks like. We have PE says, by the way, hello PE. O'Brien standing alone. I know I said hello earlier, but Hello again. O'Brien standing alone in the transporter room of the Enterprise for 8 to 10 hours at a time made him the great man that he is.
He is. He was just standing there. There, people would walk in, and he'd be standing there, like standing too, not like these Kelvin bitches with their chairs.
PJ, now that Loki is
Standing
finished,
like a man.
now that Loki is finished and we can talk about it as a complete series, will you set up a Loki discussion while I go get a refill and go to the restroom, please? I'll be back, guys. Make it.
Who saw Loki?
I did. I really enjoyed it much more now that we got the full explanation. Like at the end of it, I was like, okay, context is really important, and Loki finally gave me what I wanted to see in WandaVision, the breaking of time, because I know a lot of people on the Starfleet Boy After Dark panel for weeks and weeks and weeks said to me that Wanda went mad, but I wanted Wanda to break time when she went mad. So, just based on that rationale, I really enjoyed the finale of Loki. It wasn't perfect. Like, I thought that they did like a giant exposition dump that was completely necessary. But if they would have introduced Kang a little earlier, they would have possibly sidestepped some of this giant exposition dump that they did, and they could have probably done something else, if that makes any sense.
Well, I think the thing with Loki is that it's the one out of the 3 shows so far that really has to be watched in like a one sitting. It's a binge type of show, even more so than Falcon and Winter Soldier, because those episodes, feel more complete. And even with WandaVision, it's a continuous thing, but they managed to make each episode episodic. With Loki, it's like one episode leads into the next, There's never really, and you're always wondering what's going on. Like, and then the reveal that this version of Kang, the nice version, is there, and spoilers, obviously, the fact that Sylvie kills him, even though we're like yelling at her, like, no, you're getting it wrong. You gotta listen to, she's clearly doing the dumb Loki thing at the end, and making the wrong choice. And then his death will lead all of these other versions of himself to some kind of thing where he's the villain in Ant-Man 3, whenever that is. But before that, there's there's Spider-Man, No Way Home.
There's Multiverse of Madness.
And then the Multiverse of Madness, and then Quantumanium with Ant-Man. And I think all of those movies will deal with this multiverse crisis. Now, the thing is about Loki Season 2 is that the Season 1 ends on such a cliffhanger. You're like, how are the movies going to fill in? Like, that wouldn't make any sense, because you literally have to watch the movies when you shouldn't have to do that. If you're watching a TV show, you should be able to pick up on it the season later and have some kind of understanding of what's happened. And if it ends on a cliffhanger, it needs to pick right up from that spot, obviously, right? So I'm thinking Season 2 is coming pretty soon, like sooner than we think, like a couple of months or something, because kind of like in the format of like the way shows used to end in the spring or summer and then pick up again in the fall, because they did shoot more than 6 episodes.
I didn't hear that.
As far as Tom Hiddleston stated that he was still filming on his most recent birthday, which was past the date that they did the original 6. And Clark Gregg, who plays
Agent
Coulson from the movies and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Maybe they were doing
he revealed that Tom Hiddleston told him that he was shooting 10 to 12 episodes.
Oh, wow.
So I'm pretty sure they have the second season filmed.
Shot.
Yeah, because like somebody did an article about it and like pointed out all the clues that said that like they've filmed much more than 6 episodes. So they filmed at least 2 seasons.
Oh, that's very cool.
That's interesting.
So I think like they're gonna be hey, new season of Loki is coming right before No Way Home. Wouldn't that be cool? Because No Way Home is what, November or something?
Yeah, it's November, I
Or
think.
November or December, but it's at the end of the year anyway, and they could pull out another season of Loki before then to lead into that, because I can't see how you're going to deal. That's if the two things are connected. I can't see them doing different, separate multiverse stories, because this is the multiverse shit right here in Loki. It's in your face, it's obvious, and now we're doing a thing where, like Black Widow, spoiler for the post-credit, I won't say what it is, but it leads into a TV show. They've never done that before. They've never gone back and forth that way, and now that they're doing that, they have to be careful of not confusing the audience who only see the movies, or like,
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
and,
watch one or two shows.
and my main complaint with the with the uh, with the Marvel Studios TV shows to this point was I really wasn't seeing that interconnectivity. So on that basis, I was really happy with the way that Loki ended up, because that's like the first show that I saw the interconnectivity, just based on the fact that how the show ends basically. And with Black Widow, I was really happy with that, with how they handled that end stinger scene, that leads into something else that'll eventually be dealt with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And when you put everything in chronological order in 5 years, it's going to be a completely different thing. There's going to be
Yeah.
a bunch of movies and TV shows in between, like Infinity War and Endgame, and in between Civil War and the other movies, right? It's weird.
yeah,
There's always going to be like retroactively more movies.
yeah, but in 5 years, like you said, it'll all make sense. It'll all make sense. But somebody'll put together an order to watch it chronologically, or in 5 years it'll all make sense. To us right now, as it's coming out, it's like a big giant Jenga puzzle that we gotta figure out what piece goes where.
Yeah, like, for example, the stinger or the post credit at Black Widow, won't say what it is, obviously, but it does take place around the same time as Spider-Man: Far From Home, because that was the first movie that was post Endgame. Then I think next in the timeline is Falcon and Winter Soldier. But a certain character who was in Falcon and Winter Soldier was introduced in Black Widow, but because of timing and the show came out first, the character, which I won't name, was introduced in the show, and then in this post-credit, you're like, oh, I've seen that character before, but that was supposed to be this huge reveal of a new
dude, I think you can spoil it. Starfleet Boy has a
new
crawler.
kind of Nick Fury type character. But this is Black Widow spoilers,
Yeah,
though. I
I
didn't want
think
to.
that I think that she's gonna be vastly different from Nick Fury, but I totally see where you're coming from.
The geeks comment. There were pics in the Loki trailers that weren't in the show. One of them in particular, one that everybody's pointed out, is King Loki. There's a like literally 1 second shot in one of the promos where Loki's on a throne, and there's another one where he's standing up in front of it. And you don't see what he says or anything, but it's like that was never in this season. So, and it's
Maybe
not a
season two
deleted
where they
scene.
cut it?
It's not. It's something that's significant enough that it wouldn't be a deleted thing. I don't think. Or could be. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just speculating.
Yeah, is anybody here excited for Moon Knight when it comes out?
I don't know enough about Moon Knight to be excited about it.
Yeah,
I know he's like Batman, and that's it.
yeah.
That's pretty much
Yeah,
it. Rich
Yeah,
guy.
isn't he like
Yeah.
neurologically divergent or something?
Yeah, no, he's Batman with multiple personalities.
Oscar Isaacs is playing him.
Yeah. So, I'm really excited for that, because I just want to see how they're gonna handle the multiple personalities of Moon Knight. Like I know close to very very almost nothing about Moon Knight, but just on that premise alone, It's got me very, very intrigued. to
Well,
see
all
how
Oscar Isaacs has to
they're
do
gonna
is stop
handle
taking
that.
his schizophrenia meds, and he'll get right into
From-
character.
Yeah, from yeah.
Are you being serious? Does he actually have schizophrenia?
No.
Could anybody could have schizophrenia? We wouldn't know if they were properly medicated.
Yeah. Hey, I could have schizophrenia.
I could have
Schizophrenia. Yeah, anybody.
Ruben definitely might have it. Definitely might have it. He just nods.
It was interesting to hear you rank the Marvel shows. I'm about in the same place that you are. WandaVision, Captain, and Winter Soldier, and then Loki.
Isn't it funny how Don Cheadle gets nominated for an Emmy for a 98-second cameo, and even he comes out and says, "Okay, whatever that is." I mean,
The nomination
he could have
was, like,
nominated Anthony Mackie, who starred in the show,
what, like
maybe.
best guest star or something.
But it's like it's not
Yeah,
even
best
it's not even 2 minutes.
Best guest appearance in a drama series, I think, or something like that.
And there's nothing like
Such a joke.
super special about it. It's
So now the thing
it's
about
cool,
it,
but-
like, is it because like people thought that Rhodey was like, like that he was like, like his legs were messed up or something, and like he could no longer like walk and move. Is that because
No.
is that why people were so excited to like see him and they maybe nominated him because of that? I mean, I don't know.
Somebody speculated that it's just that awards bullshit where they didn't give him some other awards before they're making up for it now or something. I'm like, I don't even know what that means, but it's award shows are bullshit. We're gradually learning every year. Like it's just there's so much content now. It's this kind of weird pick and choose thing where I don't think a lot of people are really looking at everything. I think people are just too busy. These people who vote on the stuff, and they're like, "Well, Don Cheadle's a great actor. He's in a cameo in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Oh yeah, it was really good." And it's like, it's okay, but it's I don't know, 90 seconds.
Changing the subject. Did anybody see the new Steven Soderbergh film on HBO? Called No Sudden
No Sudden
Move?
Move.
Yeah. Anybody?
I have it on Crave in Canada, but
It was really good. If you're a Steven Soderbergh fan, you're gonna enjoy it. It was really good. It was wacky, quirky, and intriguing.
anybody see Space Jam: A New Legacy?
That thing is a complete waste of time.
Ooh, wow.
I
Ooh,
don't
wow.
know
Yeah.
about that.
PJ,
I know,
what do you think?
I mean, look.
Did you see
I
it?
mean,
No.
I enjoyed some of the references, but I thought that to me it just fell really, really flat. I mean, obviously, PJ, you and I have different reviews.
Well, I
different
tell you what was
views.
flat. That 2D animation. They don't do. They used to do the 2D animation much better back in the day. It's something about the drawing on the computer now. They literally draw on a pad instead of pencil. And you watch the first Space Jam, the 2D animation is far superior.
Yeah.
This newer animation looks so clean and sanitized, and the frame rate is not as smooth, and it's smooth enough, for film. But when you look back at Space Jam, especially when the tunes went into reality,
Ooh.
it was that kind of Roger Rabbit quality of like the shading and the shadows on the tunes blended well with the live action.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Looney Tunes back in action, the blending is not good at all. It looks very like they're pasted on. So in Space Jam 2, they solved that issue, which I'm pretty sure they can't do it well now. So they have LeBron actually be totally animated when he's in like the 2D world, and he stays that way for like a good bunch of segments in the movie, right? So
Yeah, it does.
it's
31.
It's funny when the tunes at one point get into go 3D. They look amazing, right? They look really good.
Yeah.
And then when they switch back at the end to 2D, you're like, that looks bad again. Like it doesn't look as good as the original Space Jam. By the way, there's a GIF I don't know if Starfleet Boy can find it, or a thing, meme of Michael Jordan being kissed by Bugs Bunny in the first movie, and it says sexual harassment. And you know what's funny about Pepe Le Pew? He was taken out of the movie because he's a creeper. And then in the background of the movie, you have like the rapist dudes from A Clockwork Orange. You have the masked sex people from Eyes Wide Shut, right? And you also have the nymphomaniac nuns from The Devils.
Oh my god.
So like all of these like unsavory characters are cheering on in the background and shit. And you're like,
Also,
you couldn't handle Pepe?
Yeah,
I understand
also-
as a main character. But
Dude, Pepe was like grabbing that woman and like he wouldn't like let her
cat. He
go.
was
She was
grabbing
like,
that cat.
mm-hmm.
But when I was a kid, I know it's like it looks bad now, but as a kid, I always looked at it as that's the way cats were. Like every time you ever tried to like hold a cat like you would a dog. Like I learned very early as a child, you couldn't like just take cats and cuddle with them because they'd scratch your fucking eyes out.
Yeah. It's always like pulling away and like trying to get like
And that thing where cats are like uncomfortable, like oh, like that. That's always what Pepe reminded me of, like when somebody tried to like like pet a cat or be like hold a cat or something. But when I got older, I was like, oh, he wants to actually, he wants to do the thing. Yeah, okay. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that as a kid. Like he would like kiss her hand and say Mon ami and all this. I'm like, oh, he likes her and all that. Like I didn't think anything of it. But now you look back at it, it's like, God, I would punch. He's almost annoying in some ways now, where you're like, God, I want to punch that guy in the face. Leave her alone. Hashtag me too. But it's just funny you have all of these sexual characters in the background in a kids movie.
She's back. I didn't have a chance to see Space.
Like, mommy,
Space Jam.
what's the nun from? Well, actually, it's from a controversial horror film from the 70s called The Devils, in which nuns fantasize about fucking Jesus.
Real quick, you guys started talking about Space Jam. You guys got so far ahead, but going back to Loki, P says the end of Loki season 1 leads directly into the new upcoming show What If. In that Loki establishes the multiverse, that What If will explore it in more detail. That's true, right? Isn't that the next show?
It is.
Yeah, no, but
It remains to be seen, but it seems that What If is actually a part of the MCU storyline.
I believe Kevin Feige said on Deadline or Variety that What If wasn't going to be tied into the other Marvel TV shows on Disney Plus. That What If was just basically what the title suggests. What if things were different? But What If wasn't connected to our time or the Marvel timeline. Basically, I could be wrong, but
Tom Hiddleston, I don't know if it was Seth Meyers. He was on some show where he was talking about what if. I gotta find it.
And I was surprised to hear you say Loki season 2 is going to be sooner. I thought we wouldn't see it
No, I
until...
don't know that.
Okay.
I was saying that there is a fair bit of evidence to show that Tom Hiddleston
has filmed more.
Early 2020, they were wrapped on season 1 apparently, right? Then in February of 2021. Apparently, according to Tom Hiddleston, they were still filming. Clark Gregg said that Tom Hiddleston told him that they were shooting 10 to 12 episodes, and he just revealed that like casually, like it was like
we're
he thought that was probably
10
one
to
season.
12 episodes. You know, nowadays, who would make a 6 episode season? That's half a season.
I remember I found this article.
It is crazy how there's shorter
I
seasons.
remember seeing this on Twitter earlier, but Loki director Kate Herron won't be back for season 2. And it says Loki director, executive producer Kate Herron has revealed she won't be returning for the second season of the show. She even hinted that a second season for Loki might not have always been in the cards. I
Oh,
don't know. It's just an article I found
I
on
don't know
IGN,
about that.
so-
I don't know how you would plan and write a show with a cliffhanger ending that must be resolved like, directly after.
I always assumed that I knew that WandaVision was a limited series, but I also, for some weird reason in my brain, not from reading anything, just always thought Loki was gonna lead into a movie, like, and that it wouldn't be more than just one season or whatever. And I was really pleased that Falcon and the Winter Soldier is more than one season. That's like, I think that's still my favorite show of the three, because as much as I liked WandaVision and I liked Loki, they're so heavy. And I think that oddly, even though Falcon and the Winter Soldier deals with heavy real life things, it's lighthearted. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's weird. I think it's the buddy relationship between them. I just vibe off of it a lot. It's pretty cool.
There are a
There's
couple
lots of good feelings that you get from that show.
Yeah,
you know,
it's true.
The bond between Sam and his sister. You know, the bond between Winter Soldier and Falcon, like, is really good. Yeah.
I agree. So yeah, I think it's my favorite of the three still. Even though I think for me. By the way, what's your ranking of the three Disney shows for Marvel? I think for me it's Falcon and Winter Soldier, or now it's Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Loki and WandaVision. That's my order.
Me and PJ think
I
the
just want to
same.
clarify the whole. I just want to clarify the whole Loki
WandaVision's your
being
least favorite?
probably.
Sorry.
Oh, PJ, you're free.
Yeah.
You're frozen.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Ruben? While PJ comes back.
WandaVision was your least favorite?
Yeah,
Falcon
I
and Winter
love
Soldier
them
was your
all.
first?
It's like basically it's just like they're all up here, but they slightly rank in that order. Like, so I like, to me, my favorite of the three offerings was the Falcon and the Winter Soldier / Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
My rankings are WandaVision, Loki, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I like being depressed. So yeah.
I like being depressed. It's like jazz. It's like the blues. It's so bad that it makes you happy. It's so sad that it makes you happy.
Yeah,
PJ, are
I
you
mean,
back? Are
I-
you? Oh, sorry. Go
I
ahead.
mean-
Sorry, Marcel. I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt.
I mean one of my favorite shows of all time is The Leftovers. So that should tell you something about me, right?
Right. I haven't seen that show, but I heard it's really good.
Yeah.
PJ, are you back?
Am I back now?
Yeah, you are back. Okay, cool. What were you saying? What were you trying to
Episode 3
say?
of The Leftovers with Chaka De Silva, friend of the show,
Oh, that's right.
in which he acts opposite Christopher Eccleston, aka
Oh, wait.
Doctor Who.
That's true. It's
Wait,
true.
wait,
He is.
oh,
Yes,
damn,
it's
Damn,
true.
Chaka plays
now
the pit boss in the casino.
Really?
Not the pit boss. I'm sorry, the
Who?
card guy.
And
That's
the
dealing
card
with
dealer?
that's dealing with Christopher Eccleston.
in
No
what
way,
episode of
now I
what?
gotta go back. Wait.
Of the Leftovers
In what
episode
episode
3.
of what?
I think it's episode
Leftovers.
3.
He's in it. He's in
Yeah.
the Leftovers. I watched that show.
Because I remember I watched episode 1 and I was done, and then he told me he was in episode 3, and I was like, damn it, I gotta watch another episode.
There's an episode of the Leftovers that's like, I think, like close to a masterpiece of a television
The
episode
Assassin?
as you can get, and it's the dream episode after a certain character, quote unquote, dies. Not really though.
Oh.
And you see like this kind of like fucking like day long dreamy that he has, and it's oh my god, I've had dreams just like it. It's so fucking freaky.
Yeah. No,
I just want to show really quickly. I know, Marcel, I know you're trying to say something, but I just want to show this.
Okay.
This is from the Vampire Diaries. This is Shaka with Ian Somerhalder. What's his
He plays
character's name?
He plays like I don't know, remember the name, but he's like a shaman.
And can I just say, look at his hair in this, and like, look at that fierce, like the fierce look he's throwing at us right now. Like, he's just Shaka's like hot, and I shouldn't think of like my older brother as that, but he looks hot, and it's like he and Ian Somerhalder both look the same amount of hot in this picture. So
He's your older brother.
no, well, he's not my older brother. Like, I've known Shaka since I was in like
Psychically, right now, me and Sahel told each other, "Hey, I told him, hey, if you want to go with that lie, I'll back you up. I'll back you up."
Braxton, I don't know how long Ruben's known Shaka. I think since kindergarten or whatever. But I've known Shaka since I was in the second or third grade. So
Okay.
I've known. Yeah. So
I like to say that I know his real name.
yeah, we both do.
Oh, so you three are childhood friends?
Childhood friends.
Yeah, I don't remember when I
And-
met Chaka. Must have been like kindergarten or.
The way
First-
I remember Shaka is like we had this after school for, my parents didn't want my sister and I to be what was known as latchkey kids. Have you guys ever heard that expression, the latchkey kids,
Home
right?
Alone.
Home Alone or whatever, right? So we had a after school program in our school. So like for parents, like for the kids that had parents that worked, both parents worked, which my parents both worked until the evening hours. So you could go for school ended at what time? Like 3, 2, 3, like 3, right?
Sure.
So
2:45.
yeah, 3:45, whatever. School ended pretty early, so after school we would do our actual homework in the cafeteria, like these two like rigid ladies like made sure you did your homework. Did you finish your homework? Like they were just like whatever. Then you got like dinner. You got to watch a movie if it was raining outside. And if it wasn't raining outside, you played until it got dark and your parents picked you up outside in like a park. We had a park behind our school with like a
Outside
basketball
where you
court.
could basically wander off.
Yeah,
Just
we had a huge. It was like an acre, I think, right? Like, or maybe 2 acres, right? Like, we had a basketball court, we had a swimming pool, which we couldn't participate in the swimming pool because it was too dangerous. We didn't have a lifeguard or whatever. We had a clubhouse. There was like a baseball diamond. Like, it was a huge, right? It was like, well, at least
Did
for
I ever
my.
tell you what I did years later with my car?
You
when I
drove
was
in there and you did wheelies or something like that, or
No,
you did,
I was driving by the school and I noticed they were repairing the fence, so the fence was gone.
Oh,
And
so
I,
you drove in.
drove my car onto the field and then ran the bases on the diamond with my car.
Oh,
So
wow.
I parked at home and then I was like, clink, like I hit the ball and then I drove to first base.
That's amazing.
And it was great.
So that's how long we've known Chaka. Is like we used to all hang out in this after school program. Chaka was not in the after school program. He's a little older than us, right? Is he older than? Is he? Older than
He's
you?
a year older than me, I believe.
Oh, okay. Anyways, he would ride up on his bike, and he was always tall. I remember. I feel like he was always tall. He was ride up on his bike, come visit with us, hang out with us, and then go home. But we were still in the after. We were like prisoners in the after school program. So it was pretty awesome, and that's how I remember Shaka. And of course, we all went to the same middle school and the same high school as well. So we've known each other, and had like that shared experience, which is pretty cool.
Like
Well, that's very
weird
cool.
cousins.
That happens so rarely.
Yeah, and I'm super jealous that he's on Star Trek Picard, but I'm also at the same time really excited and happy for him because he's like someone I've known since I was a little kid. So.
Oh, he's on Picard. Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yes. So yeah, if you watch
Good
episode,
morning, plastic people.
yeah, that's not him. He's not that guy, but he's in that same
Alright.
episode.
He
He's the
tells
guy
a
who
really bad joke.
he makes the bad joke about the sticky stuff.
Oh,
So yeah, and he's the first
he
to
gets-
get killed. He's
yeah.
the first.
Yeah,
his
neck,
neck gets
right?
snapped. Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't see Shaka in that casino scene in episode 3 of Leftovers at all.
I'm trying to
No.
find him. Are you trying? You didn't find him?
I've looked at the scene like 3 times now. I can't see him
If I
anywhere.
remember correctly, he's standing in front of Eccleston. He gets like a call, or Eccleston, I think, wants to. Am I pronouncing his name right? But
Yeah,
anyway,
Christopher
Christopher,
Eccleston.
yeah.
Damn, I died again. What the fuck is going on?
Oh
Anyway,
no.
I'm not focused. Anyway,
No,
he's
I love that you
standing in
died.
front of Eccleston, and then Eccleston wants to make like a huge bid, but in casinos you have to ask you have to ask for permission to get that. And I think he calls somebody, or he looks at somebody, and like I don't think he has a line. I think he just nods. If I remember correctly, I mean it was whenever the show came out years
Okay.
ago.
no.
So- Unless they edited a different version now and took him out. Which is possible. Hey, it's Hollywood. You never know.
Braxton, he's also pretty much I think I think it's safe to say he's like a TikTok influencer or star.
He's got
he
like
has
90,000 followers.
90,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Does
I
he
call-
dance on TikTok?
Is he what?
Does he dance on TikTok?
No, how did he blow
Did I
up?
tell you what I call TikTok?
Tic Tac.
No, I call it Chaka Talk
Chaka
because I only follow Chaka on there.
That's
I
really
don't follow
funny.
anyone else. I don't have any followers. I don't do anything. I just follow Chaka. So it's Chaka Talk.
Since we're talking about it, I went to IMDb. So the most recent thing Shaka has been in is called On My Block. It's a TV series. He's in the episode Chapter 26, and he plays a character named Father Goose. He was on Star Trek Picard. He played Burley Feely, spelled F-U, or Fewley. Maybe it's Fewley. F-U-E.
In a funny story to
Braxton,
that,
he's the guy who gets his neck snapped by F8.
Yeah.
Remember?
in a funny story about that, on the block, I interviewed the composer who does the rap song that Chaka lip syncs to, because Chaka plays a rapper who does a rap song, but he doesn't actually sing the song. It's somebody else's
He's
voice.
like, my name is Shaka, and I'm here to say.
By the way, this is also just we always have to make this statement. This is an unsolicited, since Shaka's famous, this is an unsolicited shout out to Shaka. He's not paying us for this. We
He
just
pays
let,
me.
oh,
Fuck
he
that
pays
shit.
you?
I
Okay.
charge for all this shit. Chaka's one of the greatest people on the planet.
he's
How could you
also
not
he's
talk
also in
about it?
79 parts, director's cut, The Good Cop, Nightwing, Escalation. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds exciting. Bull. He's in Kensho at the Bedfellow. That sounds like a porn. Wild Man, The Neighbor, Swamp Murders, The Vampire Diaries. He's in like 5 episodes, it looks like. And then like a ton of. He's got like a legit IMDb page. It's cool.
Well,
It's
that's very cool.
Yeah. And he comes on this show sometimes. He hasn't been on recently because he has a night job, I think. So he's working right now. Blue is here. Yay. What's up, Blue?
Hey, Blue.
Blue says, greetings, everyone. Nice to see you. I love the Loki series so much. Loki in capital. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Award shows are a great way to showcase things people may have not heard of sometimes. LOL. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, sometimes you hear about a lot. Like, the Oscars does a good job at, like showing you a film, maybe in the foreign film category. Like, I've learned about a lot of cool movies that I might not have heard about if I wasn't watching the Oscars. So yeah, that is a good point. But PJ, you were saying award shows are useless basically, right?
Yeah, they suck.
What would you replace them with?
Well, I'm going to
Listen-
say, first of all, that it's kind of a myth because most of the stuff people I've already heard of and they're watching the award show because of it. So there used to be a long myth for a long time that the Oscars gave a bump to things, and that's mostly false. The only time it really ever happens is with whatever wins Best Picture specifically, and nothing else. We'll get a small increase in its revenue. Go ahead, PJ.
I used to love the Academy Awards because they did recognize actual, excellence and whatnot. But I think with the evolution of just media in general, how there's like so much out there, like it's getting to a point now where any award show is gonna literally miss the hidden gem or the best thing that not many people are watching. Because I've watched random stuff. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. Why isn't everybody watching this? Like, this is actual really good stuff. And I find out later, like, it's never been recognized for awards. The Wire is a great example. One of the greatest TV shows ever made. Everybody hypes it up. Everybody who's ever seen it will be like, oh, it's so good and blah, blah, blah. People do tend to overrate it a little bit, but it is, like, seriously one of the best shows ever made. But it never got award recognition for acting and anything, script writing, and the show is so masterful. And it's like you're thinking, like, well, Jesus, they totally missed the boat on that. And I think it's in the Wikipedia that it acknowledges how it's so praised. It's this show that, like, is held to this high standard, and it was never really given its just dues. Even like people didn't watch it. Like, HBO had so much faith in the show and David Simon's like vision and whatnot that I'm pretty sure it's David Simon. I could be, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
it's-
Blue.
it's
I think Blue is
They kept
speaking
it
the
alive.
truth. I think Blue is speaking the truth when they say, "I think people underestimate Entertainment Tonight." It's
That was the only thing as a kid that I watched that provided entertainment news. It was literally
So
the
you
only
can't
fucking
have
thing.
that show today.
Did you all watch? It is. It's
It
still,
still
on.
exists.
It still
You'd have
exists.
no, but I'm saying, but not with the same
Oh, yeah, with the
relevance.
Yeah.
You'd have to have one on Netflix, one on Hulu, one on.
It's
You know what I mean?
the Entertainment Tonight was the show where it was basically YouTube for me when I was a kid, because it was the only place where you could see the first viewing of a trailer. First
That's
time I ever
true.
saw the Generations trailer. First time I ever saw First Contact trailer, or the Space Jam trailer, or this and that trailer. Jurassic Park, everything. It was they all debuted on Entertainment Tonight and then appeared on TV or in the theaters after. It's
And
like
it's
they
been on.
like they had the video
right,
like
PJ?
like the YouTubers now who upload all the trailers. Like Entertainment Tonight somehow got everything
Everything.
like behind the scenes. Like they actually
They
went
did
to
Star
sets.
Trek.
You can go back now, just and look at Star Trek stuff, and look at the Entertainment Tonight coverage that was done back then. I mean, Much Music, a Canadian.
Well, it was one of the only ways.
They
for
did a whole
movies to
behind the
really
scenes
advertise,
featurette
too.
for Insurrection, but that was a Canadian thing. I don't know why.
You
Much
wanted to
Music
get the
did
word
that.
out about your movie. You gave Entertainment Tonight some behind the scenes stuff. You
Yeah.
did an interview or two. Now you just go to our Star Trek YouTube channel, and we're gonna post our shit there. You don't need the.
And they would build it up too. They would like coming on Thursday or whatever, like a couple of days in advance. They'd be like, "We got a trailer for this new movie," and they give you like a little tease. And I remember First Contact. The only thing they teased for the actual full trailer was like an action shot of the Enterprise and Worf saying, "If you were any other man, I would kill you where you stand." I was like, "Oh my God, why is Worf saying that to Picard?"
Can I
was
play
so
this? Do you think
elated.
it's the '80s version of the theme?
Oh, I don't know about that.
You're gonna get
Like,
a
wait,
copyright strike.
Can I do
Yeah,
like
why
the
would you
first
wanna
3
do that?
Can I do the first 3 seconds, like or 5 seconds?
That's all you need to know.
Is this John Fast?
Oh my god! I'm gonna mute it.
I was mumbling over it a little bit just to hopefully confuse the.
The algorithm confound the algorithm. I think I'm allowed to do this. I muted it so we won't hear the song.
I'm John Tish. And I'm Mary Hart.
You know, Mary Hart's legs are insured or something because they're so
Yeah.
fabulous. Like it's
Oh,
insane.
wow.
Yeah,
Or
they're-
Tina Turner.
yeah, and Tina Turner's legs are insured too. Nutbush City Limit. Yeah, I love
I'd
that.
be karate kicking people like crazy if my legs were.
Okay, sorry, I had to. All right, I'm cutting it out.
A message just came up on my screen. This is YouTube. We are coming for you.
Oh my gosh, is Esri okay? That was an amazing meow.
You know, my cats are very needy and meowy. So yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, Esri. That's
Oh,
so
no,
cute.
this
She
is-
senses
this is-
YouTube coming for you.
Oh, who's
Mhm.
this?
This is Ahsoka.
Ahsoka and Esri.
So look
Braxton,
how great. Look
you
how
have, like-
beautiful she is.
You have 2 powerful warrior queens that live with you. That's pretty amazing. Because like Jadzia was kind of like a warrior, right? She embraced the way of the warrior. I feel like so.
But Esri, I named him Esri because he is super duper shy. But I mean, just cause like Esri Dax was like super duper shy and really not confident when she came on the show, and then later she found her strength. So he's kind of the same way, you know. And she is a cat who is literally into everything. She just like destroys things. Like she's so like adventurous. She's always like climbing up on stuff and being a pain in my ass. So I called her.
Oh, listen,
Mhm.
that's so
Do you ever like hold her face and be like, "You'll never be as good as Jadzia"? No, you won't.
That's so mean, Ruben. I don't know why you would do that to the poor cat.
You know, I'm a really bad cat dad. I got drunk at happy hour with my coworkers, and then I stopped past a Rite Aid and got them some like cheap canned food, and they didn't eat it, and I feel so bad.
Wow.
That's probably why she's making all this noise. She's like, "Bitch, give me some good food."
He's like, I'm a Babylon 5 fan anyway.
I heard you guys talking about how cats are like you can't like really cuddle with them and all that stuff. Like I am so fortunate because my cat is somehow I don't know how he's like this, but
No, you have. I meant like you have to let the cat come to you. You can't like actually go and pick up.
no.
Well, you
Well,
can.
yeah, you
with
can't.
some, you can.
No, he
but,
runs
like,
away.
for the
It's
most
true.
part.
When Arthur wants to, he's such a good cuddler. Like he'll lay with me in bed on Sunday mornings for like a good 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden he freaks out and runs away. Like it's just like he's done. All of a sudden, it's like fast. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, I had my time with you, but now I just have to go. And he's like, bye. Like,
This is all that I want. No more.
no more. Yeah, and I'm left there like going like, oh, but I just wanted to sleep for another hour. What? Okay, fine. But yeah, cats have a weird and different way of showing affections. But I agree. But I'm
Is a
lucky.
cat-
Arthur's a cuddler.
They do. She just bit my chin. Did you see that?
Yeah. We have a couple more comments that we didn't go through. But PJ, what were you gonna say?
There's a cat in the neighborhood that sees me and like runs up and rubs up against me and stuff, but you got to be careful because you try to like walk while she's doing it. She like goes and she bats at your legs.
Oh,
She wants you to be still while she's rubbing against your legs. She's really
She
weird
doesn't
cat.
want you to move, so she like. It's like this is what it looks like. It just looks like that.
It's like a
Which is why the gigantic cat from
and my
Cat
cat
Spa
doesn't
is
snuggle,
awesome.
but it snuggles with the upstairs fucking neighbor.
Oh
Oh, PJ, you have a cat.
yeah.
He doesn't live with me.
We've all been cat people, I think, except Marcelo.
He lives in the
I
neighborhood.
don't like cats or dogs. Sorry.
You just don't like them, or is there like a thing like you're allergic
Yeah,
to them? Or something?
there's a reason to that.
Oh, okay.
My disability, I have this thing called dystonia, and my nervous system is really like fucked up. So like any sudden noises like will just freak me the fuck up. I'm like a cat, so that's why. So that's why every time I go to the movies with somebody, I like and if they're gonna sit right next to me, I tell them, listen. Any loud noises in the movie, if you look at me, I'm going to freak out and act like I'm really scared, but it's not me. It's just my nervous system fucking with me. So, yeah, it's not cool. Like when I was in high school, I had to leave like all classes like 5 minutes early because the sound of the bell would make my nervous system go so wacky.
And so you react like you have a physical reaction. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I fell like 5 or 6 times before I could convince the school board to let me leave the class early so that wouldn't happen to me anymore.
And because it's connected to your nervous system, you feel in your body like the shock of it's like a real. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever? This probably is torture to you because you're so sensitive to it. But have you ever tried like exposing yourself to the stimuli, like repeatedly to see if you could desensitize yourself?
No, that was never a
That
thing.
sounds like an awful thing. Like, no, that's not therapy. That's torture. Like,
Softly one giving you therapy, dude.
The only person that could really calm my dystonia down was the only girl my first girlfriend. So she was like the only one that could really get a hold of it and calm me down enough to where I would look semi like a normal person when I was around.
If you were with my cat Arthur, he's so chill that I mean he's not sometimes, but most of the time he's so chill that I think you'd be able to be in his company. But I would never expose you to that because now knowing what I know, I wouldn't want you to like feel uncomfortable. So
No,
I
but
just think about my dog. My dog doesn't bark.
You know.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty
Riker.
cool.
Riker doesn't bark.
He's super
You guys have Star Trek, Star Wars, and what was your cat's name, PJ? What is it?
Bud.
But it's a great name.
good.
Marcelo, have you ever had any pets?
No. Nope.
If you could imagine yourself having a pet, what would it be?
I would probably get a dog. I'll probably get a dog.
I'm surprised
Have
you
you-
like
Because the dog's so loud.
big action movies.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
problem. Dog starts barking, and then you'll have an attack, like kind of like an experience with that, right?
Yeah, yeah, but my family before I was born, they all were dog lovers, so I think that would be like my default. But other than that, I'll probably get like a cat.
Oh, good.
More.
There are
Some
also
some dogs don't bark really that much.
I've never met a
dogs.
dog that doesn't bark, except Riker.
Yeah. The other
Riker
thing.
barks like once a day.
Yeah.
Like when the FedEx truck, he'll be like, "Woo!" and that's it.
The other thing. The
It's
other
like the
thing.
most mild bark. Sorry.
With my disability, my dystonia, my nervous system, my hearing is really really good. Like so, like all the time I can hear shit that I'm not supposed to hear.
It sounds like
So-
you might be a Kryptonian.
Yeah, well,
Maybe
Yeah.
our yellow sun is no. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make light. But go on.
No,
Sorry.
it's
So
cool.
wait, your hearing's really sensitive.
no, but no. I just say my hearing is above, like, what you would consider normal. So, I can hear stuff that probably you wouldn't be able to hear if you like, yeah.
Again,
Oh my
going
God,
back
do
to
you
the
hear
nerv-
like people like jerking off like two rooms away?
now it's Starfleet.
it's-
Now it's Starfleet Boy After Dark. Yes, thank you, Preston. That's Starfleet Ch- yes, I want to know the answer to that question too. Actually, cheers.
I haven't heard exactly that, but I've heard some wrestling.
Wrestling.
That could be, a prelude to some bound chicka wow wow. So,
Marcelo, do you mind if we ask you more questions about?
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you have to then like do something like every day to kind of like shut noises out? Like, how do you wear like noise canceling headphones just to
No,
just
no,
to
no,
shut
no.
it out
Quickly, what was the name of the thing again? Because I want to read
It's-
about this tomorrow. When
it's
I'm
a
little bit
dystonia.
more-
when he's not so dystonia'd
Yeah,
over here when he's
it's
not so
dystonia.
stonia'd. Yeah.
Thank you.
Dystonia is like the name of it, but dystonia affects everybody differently. So, no, I don't have to wear noise canceling headphones. It's not that bad. But when I'm writing, I can't write with anybody else in the house.
Yeah.
So if I want to write, like before I was on your lovely program, I would do most of my writing at night or when
when it was more peaceful and
yeah
quiet.
when people aren't in the house.
Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah. So
So, like, if you go to sleep, you prefer something soothing or just silence, like complete nothing?
no,
You'll always hear something like some kind of buzz.
when I go to sleep, I prefer to listen to audiobooks. Like I listen to I've been trying to get through this one Star Trek Discovery audiobook for like a while now, so I prefer hearing somebody's voice, so stuff like that. But I could go to sleep without any noise, but if I do that, I'll hear creaking and shit like that. So that's not
I can't go to sleep without there being like
something.
or
Yeah.
bzz, or something that's
Audible-
steady and
audible noise?
constant of a noise. Like around 4 o'clock in the morning, you will hear the many fucking birds around here because there's a lot of trees in the back. It's like a whole forest kind of fucking area, and it's like chirp 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 chirp, and it's loud, man. Like it's like clockwork. Right around between 4 and 4:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Dude, you don't
So,
love to
so I
hear
will
birds
put I
chirping?
will put on the either dehumidifier, like that's not like near me, but I can still like it drowns it out a bit, or I have an air filter, or I do a literal like play a thing on YouTube of like the Enterprise engine. What is the that sound or something like that?
Oh, you know what's really good
That's
is
what
the
I love.
Enterprise.
It
You should do
relaxes
the
me.
Enterprise D ambient sounds. Like those are my
Yeah.
favorite
Oh yeah,
ones,
I've been doing that for like 5 years.
Yeah,
no,
it's
I would know.
awesome.
I was just gonna say that the other day I got tired of listening to the same book because I kept getting to this part in the book, but I kept falling asleep. Right?
You
'Cause
should
I'm
get
a-
Robert Mackey's books on writing. Scream. They're amazing.
Okay. Okay.
He has
So,
two
um,
books. They're
what book
fucking
is it?
Amazing. One is called.
No, I meant Marcel.
Oh, the
No,
Discovery book. Yeah, go ahead.
The
Sorry.
Discovery book that I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna because I have it written.
I'm not very sensitive to sound. I've lived in the city for a long
You
time.
are so lucky.
And so, yeah, I'm not sensitive to sound. Like, I feel like, there's like people all the time outside, like there's fucking like dogs barking, birds are chirping at 5 o'clock. I'm not very sensitive to sound.
I lived in an apartment building in Mississauga for 3 years.
It's
And
called,
I used to love having the window open. I love city sounds at night. That relaxes me for some reason. Not
called-
anything like one thing that's too close to you, but like distant, kind of like the street, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And even when the ambulance went by, like here where I am now, an ambulance or a cop car goes by, like it'll wake you up. But like in the city in an apartment building, it's like kind of you can hear it, but it's faint. It's not as in your face. I just love the city sounds. And every time I've slept in the city, I just love the sounds. I don't know what it is. Like, if it's just if it's a small town or something, and you hear like one or two things, that somehow is annoying. But if it's like a bunch of like little faint things, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of weird brain thing. It's a form of ASMR, I guess it would be.
Blue is saying this is so interesting. I have to say, I am very interesting. I'm learning a lot. I have a thing called synesthesia, which is similar to this. I think the more I learn about stuff, humans are so neurodiverse. Is that the correct word? It's pretty interesting how like we're also we all have different ways of perceiving, but yet we find interesting and similar frameworks about reality, which is pretty cool.
Like there are people out there who actually think Gilbert Gottfried's voice is soothing.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow.
Oh my god!
I'm saying there's a people of all kinds of preferences out there.
Geek in
terms of
Review.
sounds.
There's got to be somebody, right?
I think Geek in Review was echoing what PJ was saying. After staying in NYC for a while when I moved, well, kind of mirroring or opposite, but when I stayed in NYC for a while when I moved home, the first night, the silence woke me up. That's crazy. I can understand that.
If you sleep in silence, you're more aware of your breathing too.
It's crazy,
And
yeah,
sometimes
it's cool. And your heartbeat. I've heard my heartbeat in a quiet situation. I was like, what is that thumping? And then I like had to like figure it out, and it was like, it's coming from my heart. Like that's me. I don't know why.
And another thing too, when you sleep in complete silence, you can like turn on one side and like hear the liquid in your ear.
That's right.
Like doop, doop. Like it's very, very subtle, and you really have to listen for it because it's not like it's a natural thing. It's just the fluids in your ear.
Pre-industrial humans must have had a very interesting life. It must have been crazy.
Yeah. The book that I'm trying to get.
Well, the
to,
cock woke him up every morning. That was the thing. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I know I said that sounded bad.
The cock. I mean, I don't mind
some
if
people wouldn't mind being woken up.
I do not mind if the cock wakes me up in the morning. I'll just say that. I would like a
I
great.
hate when mine slaps me in the face.
That's
Yeah.
the worst, yeah.
It's just terrible.
What, your own? Wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Allison says, I would like a Great Dane named and name him Harcourt. That's a great name. Harcourt Fenton Mudd. Parentheses says, Entertainment Tonight started back in 1981. That's crazy.
I wasn't born yet.
We got Entertainment Tonight in the UK with like a year delay. So I was always playing catch up.
The news a year late.
That's bad if you got
It's like the movie's already on TV and they're showing the preview on Entertainment Tonight.
It's more like no 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 boom boom. It's like a breakdown. As Roger Rabbit like say, merry-go-round broke down.
They aired The Lost World Jurassic Park on NBC less than a year after its theatrical release, with like a bunch of added scenes that weren't in the theatrical cut. So if Geek was like watching the trailer for The Lost World back in the day, it was already aired on
wow.
TV. It's crazy. That was the first movie that ever did that, by the way. Aired so soon on TV.
PE also says, I read the novel that The Leftovers is based on, and I love the Watchmen show that Damon Lindelof also made, but I never saw the Leftovers show itself.
I also have a personal story about why I love Damon Lindelof so much.
Let's hear it.
Damon Lindelof.
What, did I say that weird?
No,
Who
it's
is?
not
Let's
funny.
hear it.
Who's Damon Lind? Why do I know that name? Is he with Lost? Is that the guy?
No, Damon Lindelof is the heart and soul of Lost. Yeah, he's one of the showrunners.
Oh,
of
okay,
Lost.
that's why I know his name.
So the reason
Was
why
he involved in Star Trek 2009?
Yes.
This is very interesting to me.
Him and J.J.
how-
Abrams are good friends.
So it's
Yeah.
very interesting. There's like, that's interesting how these guys got Star
by
Trek.
the way,
I want to
by the
know
way,
more about that story. That's
excuse me.
Starfleet Boy.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a little tangent here.
Carry on.
Well, okay. The reason why I love Damon Lindelof so much is because he created two shows that brought me closer to my grandmother who raised me. Both Lost and The Leftovers brought me closer to my grandmother and my family in more ways than I thought possible. Unfortunately, my grandmother died a month before The Leftovers aired, and the night of when I watched The Leftovers pilot that night, I had a dream, and my grandmother came to me in my dream and said, "I know where they all went," and then I woke up.
Wow,
in
that's
tears.
heavy. That's
And
crazy.
Hysterics. So that's why I love The Leftovers so much, and without the family connection, I just think that Damon Lindelof is a genius of a writer.
How many seasons are the Leftovers finished?
Three.
Right.
Three.
Yeah, 3 seasons.
3 seasons. And it finished. It's like a completed
yeah,
show.
yeah.
I should watch
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna watch
Oh
it.
yeah, it,
No, but
you find out
let me,
what happens.
Let me,
Oh, you do?
uh,
Okay. Sorry, go on.
Let me,
Sorry,
let me warn you. The first season of The Leftovers is it's like it's like slitting your wrists and waiting to die, but not quite getting there. It's very, very depressing. So
I feel like I would
okay.
never watch it.
just
Yeah,
Just-
you're not
the
selling
new
it.
head
No,
of marketing
no.
for
No, 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 no,
Leftovers.
no, no.
You're gonna want to shoot yourself in the face.
This
But,
Sunday on HBO.
on
Get ready to
HBO.
kill
But you
yourself.
should still watch the show.
No. But I'm just trying to prepare you. It's not a happy show. It's very.
Can I
Sure, help me.
Can I
because
give my
I'm drowning
take on
here.
the show
Help,
without
help,
Dive in,
spoiling?
PJ.
help, help me.
Help me,
PJ.
Rhonda. Help
Help
me, Rhonda. Help me, PJ. Help.
Go ahead.
help
Come on.
me.
Go ahead.
Help me, da-da.
What is the ratio of people that got taken or got disappeared? Was it like 1/3 or something?
It's 1/3. It's 1/3. 1/3.
Okay, so 1/3 of people literally just disappear one day, like poof, gone. And the show is basically a character study of how people not only deal with what happened in the world and the new world where they just don't know what happened, and it spawns all of this like kind of cult stuff and some religious fanaticism that Peter
Holy
put
Wayne.
and all this stuff. Yeah, without getting too much, but it's
Yeah.
mainly just about these characters, and I gotta watch it again because it's been a while. But
Yeah. It's.
you just never know where the show's gonna go from episode to episode, and it does get to a satisfying point in the last season where you finally figure out what exactly is going on, and it's pretty cool. I won't
Yeah.
say anything, but I don't know.
Spoilers,
All I
tell me,
remember
dude.
from the show is individual episodes that kind of like really stood out to me.
Like
Like the dream episode, the one where he gets to the woman. She's talking about how her husband would perform these acts on her that were very disgusting and stuff.
with
This villain.
the whale.
But the thing about season 1 that I found annoying and that I was like, I don't know if I'm going to keep going with the show is the women dressed in white who were silent and smoking all the time
The
and like
guilty
their
remnant.
attitude, and I like just didn't fucking get it, and I was like, what are they doing? What's going? And like Liv Tyler's character was really frustrating. But then once you get into it, it's like I gotta see this through. This is so weird and bizarre. It's David Lynchian in ways. It's Cronenberg in ways.
So it's it's like the Twin Peaks of our time, of not our time, but of this time, right?
Yes, in a way, not as bizarre and as far as like it tries to be as realistic within the context of what happened. Like Brent Butt, what's that her name? From Grace Under Fire.
Oh, I don't know.
She has a guest role in it, and that's fucking awesome. And the show's not afraid to be like ultra violent at times, like pretty gratuitous with the nudity.
Yep.
Like they're not afraid of that at all.
No.
And
Oh,
well,
what show is this?
Starfleet Boy just woke up. The leftovers. So did Braxton.
Leftovers.
Braxton and Starfleet. Braxton and Starfleet Boy just woke up. And you were like, "Oh,
you see
nudity."
Doctor Who's,
Okay.
you see Doctor Who's peeing. You see
Yeah.
you see breasts. You see
Oh no,
people
no, and
just like
and the
walking
first
around naked.
You just like,
Dude, I had
All right.
tuned out until I saw dude. Until I heard nudity. I was like, oh shit, dude. I was like cuddling my cat, and I was like, oh, my ears perked up.
Braxton
You see-
was stroking
you
his
see lots of
pussycat,
butts,
and then all of a
lots of
sudden,
butts are in
yeah,
there.
lots of butts. Rome has been the best, I think, example of like satisfactory male objectification that I've seen so far. Rome and
It's
maybe
all equal
Spartacus.
now.
Yeah, it's like
It's almost like they're afraid to show breasts now. They're like,
I don't.
should we show a breast?
By the way,
show
we-
another fucking dick.
By the way, we don't condone objectification on Starfleet Boy, but we do approve of consensual objectification. And Starfleet Boy, by the way, likes to be objectified, so feel free. It's okay. All right. Anyways, text message audience says, talk about the Western thing with Strange New Worlds. I know about this. Do you guys know what they're talking about?
No.
What? What Western thing?
Am I allowed? Can I give you guys a
Go
spoiler?
ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I don't
So
care.
someone took a picture of a like a sign that basically says, it's very dubious. I don't know the whole story, but a sign that says like a film crew is filming here. It doesn't. I don't think it says Strange New Worlds. There's nothing really necessarily identifying it with Star Trek, but the location happens to be like an old Western town. So everyone's got their hopes up that there's going to be a Western episode of Strange New Worlds, and there is a clue that this is actually real because a few weeks ago, or maybe last week, the actors were all tweeting about like how they did something that they didn't think they could pull off, and I feel like that's what it would be. That's what
I would
it's
love
like-
it. I would
it's
love a
like-
time travel to the Western,
to the Western. I think that's
as
what
opposed
it's
to
going be.
like going to a planet
and
that's like
and
a
what's
Western.
satisfying about that is Anson Mount is so hot with a beard and long hair, and you see him as a Western character. So if
Hell on
Pike,
wheels.
Hell on Wheels, exactly, like he's
Yeah.
got that look to him, right? So I could
Colomini
see.
will come up to him. He's like, Bohannon, you're back. He's like, yes,
So-
yes, I'm Bohannon. Yeah, sure.
Bo
Colin
Piken,
Bohannon.
Piken, Bo Piken. So I could see that being legit and happening. The other thing, we have a couple more comments. One is the miniseries I Know This Much to Be True, also on HBO, was super depressing in the same kind of way as you were saying about The Leftovers. So Marcelo, that might be therapeutic for you as well.
Yeah. No, but I
Ba, ba, ba,
I'm so
ba,
sorry for
I
stuttering so
know
much, but
this.
I as a writer myself, I love to see people go through I basically love to see people suffer and see how they react to awful situations.
Do you
In,
like the
Marcelo,
in
Hellraiser
fiction.
movies?
Wait,
Yes,
in fiction.
yes, yes, in
like,
fiction.
Okay, I
I
was
will
gonna
tear
say,
I'm not-
soul apart.
Marcelo, I
PJ,
didn't know you were so dark.
PJ, I'm trying to
Yeah,
line.
no,
PJ,
no,
sorry, I have to do a little
I'm
Starfleet
sorry.
Boy moment. PJ, I'm trying to line
I
something
know
up.
only pain.
PJ, I'm trying to line a gift up for you, and I know you don't like gifts or any of that hubbub, but I'm trying to line something up for you. If I'm successful,
Will it hurt?
you're- if I'm successful, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I'll remember this until the day I die or I get dementia. So it'll be
Is
cool.
it PJ's
What are you
birthday?
talking about?
No,
I
I
just
just
want to
have
find
I have
out
a
my
thing.
address.
I don't know. It's not even. You won't need to sacrifice anything. But I did want to ask you though, because I do at some point when I come to St. John's. I heard there's a huge tourist market there, or whatever tourist thing. What's the gay scene like in St. John's?
Jesus.
What is there a gay scene? Is there gays? Are there gay people in St. John's? There must be. Right?
There are gay people everywhere,
Are-
dude. What are you
Yeah, I
talking
know.
about?
But I mean, like, is there a scene? Like, what's the thing? Like, do you know? Is there a club? Is there a gay nightclub?
There is. I forget the name of it. It might be different now because I literally haven't been downtown in I don't know, like 5 years. But there is one club that was. There's been like one that like is popular. I don't know if there's others.
Is it called the
There's,
Blue Oyster?
What
No, I'm
the
just
fuck
kidding.
was it called?
Sorry.
Dude, I feel like you're gonna have to go there, and it's all grinder and scrub.
No, I want to
forget
go
the name of
dance.
it.
I like to dance.
It's like there were literally
I
only 2
wanna
strip clubs in the
dance.
entire province.
Wait, no, not a strip club. Like a gay.
No, but I'm
scene,
saying that's
like-
how few of
that's how-
few
oh,
of
okay.
anything there is down here. Like over here, it's like
But in a different place, like grinder and scrub are a good way to meet people. You don't just have to have sex with people from the app.
I'm
meet
not on
people to hang with.
Grinder. I'm not on Grinder. I'm curious about it. And I have tried Scruff in the past, like when it first started, but it wasn't like something. It wasn't. I just like. I mean,
so are you legally obligated to grind with the person or something? What is
so
that?
like I don't
Joking.
mind. I don't mind. Like the thing is that like I feel like it's. I like meeting people in person, so I like to go to the club, like the gay club. Like that's like my thing. You know what I mean? Like. So
Totally
I was
fair.
wondering, like, that's what I was asking about. Is like, what's the scene like? What's like the? Is there a gay club in St. John's? Is like a tiny little
Yes,
place.
there is,
There is. Okay.
and it's. I'm gonna be thinking of this name. Liquid. It's called Liquid. It was. I don't know if it still
Oh,
exists. I'll
cool.
look
That's
it up
a that's
tomorrow.
a very good gay club name, by the way. Liquid. There's
Liquid.
like, if a town has the Eagle, I'll usually go to the Eagle. Braxton, does Baltimore have the Eagle?
Yes. and you know, and it's a good eagle. It's like sleazy. There's a back room with like porn playing on the screens, and then there's like a back room where people get like tied up in cages, and then there's a back room.
It just goes deep, is what we'll say.
Oh, dude, yeah.
The Eagle's like a deep club. But no, I love. Yeah. So that's good that St. John's has like a. Does it have a neighborhood?
Okay, the Liquid nightclub doesn't exist anymore.
It's sad. It's
called
Dude, it probably
Velvet-
died
It's called
after
the Velvet
COVID, dude.
Club, I think.
I've always wanted to
It
open
says
up.
Gay Nightclub, Velvet Club and Lounge, Water Street in the city.
I've always wanted to open up a club. I don't want my club to be just men only. I want it to be like anyone can come to the club, but it will be
Liquid
a
is
gay
now known as
vibe.
cum suckers.
Can
Come suckers.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
I love the scene in The Simpsons where Homer's trying to find an alternate bar to Moe's.
That's so homophobic.
we lost like 4 people in our audience, FYI, when we did
Women
that, but
drink
that's
rum,
okay.
too.
This is Starfleet
Do-
Boy After Dark. We don't care. We don't
Do you
care.
remember? Do you remember The Simpsons where Homer's trying to find another bar aside from Moe's, and he's going to all the different places like the Cheers bar, and he leaves. And anyway, he's in a gay club with like seems like all women, right? And he looks around. He's like, "There's something off about this place," and he goes, "This lesbian bar doesn't have a fire exit." And you think he's saying there's something off, as in like there's something wrong, but he's just saying there's no fire exit. It's funny. It's a funny joke. I don't know if anybody has seen this show called The Simpsons.
I have seen it, but like, I think I stopped watching it like season 41, and now it's like at season 900.
I stopped watching 44.
But okay, so that's cool to know. I'll definitely. I always like to check out the gay scene.
Yes, parenthesis I. That is correct.
Let's see.
Sorry.
Oh, PE says St. John's in Newfoundland and Labrador. Did I say it right? Newfoundland? I said it right this
Close
time,
enough.
right? Close. Damn. So close.
It's
so close.
Newfoundland.
Dude,
Newfoundland.
Velvet Club and Lounge has 4.4 stars out of 5, dude.
It's called Velvet.
It's probably
that's-
only like 5 reviews. Nobody reviews anything down here.
It's all the employees reviewed it.
Well, not as much as like anywhere else. But I mean,
Velvet Lounge.
I reviewed a place
Smells like
positively,
bleach.
and I got all kinds of like crazy feedback and like thanks from the owners and everything.
Very
It's
cool.
like, oh my
I
God,
remember
thank
going
you.
to a club a long time ago called the Velvet Web,
Oh,
where
yeah.
there was like this German
Did they
dude.
shoot velvet webs at you?
That would have been cool. But there was this German dude dancing in the middle of the dance floor, and
He was German.
I spoke to him later,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
I was
it's
sitting down, and he's in the middle of the dance floor, kind of just like just dancing around. And when I look up and he turns, his cock's just hanging out, and I'm just like, that's interesting. I gotta talk to that guy, and so talk
Guys,
to him later.
please help us
Nice
out
guy.
and like and share this video as our audience diminishes. Because Ruben's talking about cocks hanging out. But since we're already on that subject, since we're already there,
Speaking of cocks hanging out, let me show you guys something.
no, that's not gonna happen. No, we're not allowed. We can only go up to we can only go up to rated R on Starfleet Boy After Dark. Unfortunately, YouTube does not have a NC-17 setting, but OnlyFans does. Maybe we could do an only. Would you guys
OnlyFans.
do
You guys
like?
will talk about OnlyFans, dude. I don't know what your obsession is.
We'll do a special OnlyFans episode.
Where we just talk so dirty and nasty. Like we'll just be like, yeah, frack this and frack that. It'll be great.
I'm
So-
stroking my shit right now, bro.
It's no, it's no wonder my family doesn't watch the show anymore.
Well, we do have. By the way, Ruben, you don't often remember that we're PG-13 on Starfleet Boy and the regular one. So don't forget tomorrow because Gamesters
I'm
of
terrible on
Triskelion.
Saturday.
No,
Star Trek Original Series is very horny, so I can see how you could like go there. But like tomorrow, we're talking about Gamesters of Triskelion, and I will bring up the harnesses. They're wearing harnesses. It's a very
Is that the
popular
one with
fetish.
the girl with the green hair?
Yes, exactly. So we'll be talking about that one. But Ruben, you got to be very. I know where you're gonna go tomorrow already. I've already seen.
You've seen
where
the
it's-
script.
Yeah, I've seen the script. It's PG-13, brother.
You've seen the future.
You can rated R your heart out on Starfleet Boy After Dark, but you got a
And it's gotta
PG-13
strap
on.
on.
Ruben, get all the
rated.
cussing out and all the dirty stuff out tonight, dude.
Tonight.
Like an hour before the show,
Get-
I just gotta be like Tourette's.
Get those cocks out tonight so that tomorrow you're just. Isn't it cocks out with your socks out? What was the
So
thing?
tomorrow you're
Anyways.
spent, dude.
I'm gonna be on the show like, hey, bro, all sweaty.
I actually don't remember that episode. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow morning. I haven't seen it in like 20 years, probably, which is crazy. So, or more. It's possibly more than 20 years.
What haven't you seen this one of yours?
This episode of Starfleet Boy we're doing tomorrow, the Gamester of the original series,
Mm.
the Gamesters of Triskelion.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I can't wait. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I'm really excited.
Oh, that uses the. Oh yeah.
Is that the one where they're being rode like horses and stuff?
That's not the that's not the arena episode, is it? No, it's not.
Here, I'll show you some. Let's do. We've been doing screenshots, so we'll just show you. This harness, Braxton can vouch for me on this one. This is like the first time I've ever seen this harness, but it's huge in the leather fetish community. But you'll see. I'll show you some more pictures of the harness here.
Oh, let me see, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna see.
So how it
It's
looks great. is-
Star Trek. I have a harness. No, I do. I actually do have a harness. I love the. I that is my admitted fetish. I don't hide away from it. I love that harness thing going on. But here we go. I do wear it with a shirt though. I don't always wear it shirtless. But here we go. Let's see here. Where is it? Share and. Okay, so Captain Kirk is all I remember when I was a kid is this. This must have made me gay. I think this episode of Star Trek made me gay. Like,
Oh wow,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like, right? You know that isn't that what we wear at the club, Braxton? At that at the Eagle specifically, as a
At
matter of
the
fact,
Eagle,
it's like,
mhm,
that's
yeah.
what you wear at the Eagle. It's true. And then
Yeah.
wait, there's more. Hold on, look. So this is how
Oh,
I wear.
that's the episode with the first interracial
Does
kiss.
he have a? Is he wearing a jockstrap
No, I
as
don't
well
think
as
so.
the harness?
No, that's what we wear at the Eagle, but he's wearing pants. I wear jeans
mm.
sometimes, so I kind of do Captain Kirk here. But here's more. Here's more of the harness. This, I swear to you, the first time I saw harnesses and the leather scene, it reminded me of this episode of Star Trek.
Totally.
And it's like totally what's happening. And look at her. It's Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga was invented on Star Trek. I'm sorry to say this, but Lady Gaga was invented on Star Trek. Star Trek created the modern gay scene, as far
Oh
as
my
I'm
god,
concerned.
that is Lady Gaga.
It's Lady
Holy
Gaga,
shit.
and Captain Kirk's wearing a harness, and like I think Lady Gaga should capitalize this and recreate this. I 100%
Dude,
think.
I feel like the dudes who was doing the costume design, they had been to gay clubs in the 60s.
No, they
No.
invented this.
No,
I think they
They traveled
invented
to 2010.
2010. They
Saw Lady Gaga at a gay club and went
which
back.
was here in Florida, by the way. You have to give her credit. She used to perform as kind of a drag king in a weird way, and she would do performances here in Florida at gay clubs. And I don't think I ever saw her, but I wish I
Like,
had.
When I see her, I think of that song, Shut Up and Sleep With Me. Come on and sleep with me. Shut up.
Lady Gaga.
It's like that kind of techno. Boop, 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 boop. It's like-
Here, more.
she's
Can I share more
like-
harness? Go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Go, but finish your thoughts. Sorry.
No, I've lost all my thoughts.
I've lost. PJ's like, I've lost all my thoughts. Look at this. This is the part we can't do on a PG-13 show, but this is so horny. I've never seen anything hornier.
No, this is hilarious because
What's not PG-13 about that?
this body type was like
No, what we're talking about.
This was peak body type back then.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm wearing that right now, but on my lower half.
So,
I'm trying to
yeah,
get him out. I'm trying to get him out, man.
Yeah, get it out of your system. Get it out of your system. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Why
This
is
harness is so tight, constricting.
I don't know how he loses his shirt. He's the only one who. But this is exactly the fetish. I'm going to show you some pictures of harnesses. But this is how he starts out. All right, so
That's Ming the Merciless from the 80s. Flash Gordon.
Like, what
Doesn't
is
Knox
this?
Van set out?
Yeah. What the fuck? Some sort of crossover shit going on?
okay, I don't know if I can get away with this, but I'm gonna show you some pictures of harnesses now, like the gay scene kind of harness. All right, here, and you'll see that it's very similar to what Captain Kirk is wearing. All right, here we go.
My harness is very similar to that.
Right? It's very. This is like
it's like
a timeless piece. Here we go. This is the current. Look, isn't that exactly the same? Look.
Shut up and sleep with me. Come on, why don't you sleep
Here.
with me? Shut up.
Oh wait. Oh, we gotta go 2 back. All right, here we go. There and then. Here we go. Captain Kirk invented.
yeah, my harness looks like the guy on the right. Yeah.
On the right. See?
Mhm.
Look at what's happening here. This is an exclusive on Starfleet Boy. All right. That's all I had
I think
I
you're
had to
reading
say.
too much into it, my friend.
Are you serious? That's not reading too
I
much
think
into
there's
it.
no correlation whatsoever.
Wow.
I think
PJ,
you're
are you
just-
gonna wear a harness when you and Starfleet Boy go to the gay bar when he comes to visit you?
You don't have to come with me, PJ. If you don't
There's
want to.
that. There's a
I've-
deleted scene from the episode where
Dude,
Kirk,
PJ is
where
really
Kirk
free
is
and
grinding on
modern.
Sulu.
Yeah, PJ's awesome. PJ's an awesome guy. I don't doubt that he's modern and free, but whatever you're comfortable with.
I'd be in the gay club like can't touch this. Can't touch.
It's true. People would want to touch PJ because
stop.
he's very
Hammer
hot.
time.
Okay, hammer time. It's true. I bet 400 quattros on the newcomer. PJ might get the Simpsons quote. Oh, I don't know what that on the newcomer. Oh, okay, gotcha. The newcomer got quattros. What are quattros? And then Blue Sparrow is rolling on the floor with laughter 4 times, 5 times, 4 times.
At what?
So, at us. I guess the harnesses. Blue, were you laughing at the harness? Blue is a male, I think, and is gay, identifies as gay. So maybe Blue knows about harnesses as well.
Yeah, I was just sitting over here while you guys were getting your rocks off, looking harnesses.
We weren't. We were just
Yeah,
explaining
but
things.
you-
It's a
yeah, yeah.
That was a Trek explanation. Blue says,
But-
"Oh, honey, I do." Okay, good. Get to know Blue.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, but I was sitting over here in the nerd in me. I was trying to think of what story purpose could that serve, like Captain Kirk being in no shirt and with a fucking harness.
So
We'll
the
find
thing
out.
is, like, when you like the person wears a harness, so like someone can like grab at the harness,
Yes,
Yeah.
like
that's what
like
I heard.
you like you grab it.
No, but
dude.
but you know, yeah.
That's what my love handles are for. I have a built-in harness.
Oh, the Quatloos. That's tomorrow's episode. I do remember that about tomorrow's episode too. Is the Quatloos? That's right. I'm excited. I'm gonna watch this. If you guys were down, I would do a watch along of that episode, like live right now. But that's an hour. That's another 40 minutes commitment. I don't know if you guys are interested in that, or if the audience is.
Well, I owe you a Starfleet Boy After Dark, so I'm going to be there tomorrow. So I owe you one.
Oh, you'll come to the Starfleet
Yeah.
Boy regular. Oh, great! Fantastic.
I owe you.
But
one.
you got to
I
watch
will
the
be there.
episode. You can't not.
Of
watch
course
that.
I will.
Okay.
What-
All right, cool. Yeah.
What kind of professional do you think I am? Of course I will.
There was a comment earlier that I missed. I don't think I read this one, which was, I see no sudden move. It is all about the bloody origin of the catalytic converter. Oddly enough,
Yeah.
right now where I live, cars are getting stolen a lot for the catalytic converter as well. What?
What is a
No, it's a.
catalytic
I don't
it's
converter?
understand.
It's a.
My
it's
car
a-
is gonna get stolen
yeah.
now because I don't know
Uh,
what
It's
the
part
catalytic.
no
of the
sudden.
exhaust
Yeah,
system
yeah,
in the
yeah.
car.
No sudden moves is a new Soderbergh
Steven
Steven
Soderbergh.
Soderbergh film, and it's on HBO. It's really fun.
The catalytic converter is a part of the exhaust.
Yeah,
It's
and
part
it's
of the
all about
exhaust
that.
system.
Yeah.
People used to remove it to get a better sound.
Guys, are we hanging out longer? Can I go get a refill of wine? Will you guys?
Dude,
make
get a
show?
refill, dude.
All right, make it show.
Oh, dude.
So first reactions for Suicide Squad are extremely positive.
Ooh,
And
wow.
I've seen first reactions that are usually like skewed toward the positive, and that's normal, even if it's like not that good. But these are unusually fucking enthusiastic reactions.
So-
Like a lot of it veers toward it's very violent, very bloody and gory, but it like somehow tugs at your heartstrings. I don't fucking know.
Oh, so
That's
people
what
have
they say.
already
Like
viewed
it
the
has
movie?
heart and stuff, even though it's so
Yeah.
over the top,
Yeah.
violent.
But I'm like really insanely stoked for the Suicide Squad because I've
The initial squad is huge, though. It's fucking
Yeah.
made up of so many people I didn't even know were in it. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
but-
these are obviously the people who are
Yeah,
going to get killed
yeah.
off early.
yeah. I
I
mean,
like the first one.
there's got to be more than a few sacrificial lambs in that first giant group, man. I mean, but
The thing is,
I'm-
James Gunn was given carte blanche, and that
Yeah.
doesn't happen very often, where they're like, just fucking do it. And they're like,
Yeah.
he's like, well, okay, who can I or who can't I kill off in the squad? And they literally told him, anyone. It could be Harley Quinn for all they give a fuck.
yeah.
Because they're not making a sequel to Birds of Prey. She's not going to be with the Joker in any Batman movie. Suicide Squad is her game now, and I'm pretty sure they won't kill her off because she's probably going to be so good in it.
Dude, fucking Margot Robbie's probably fucking executive producing or something.
Yeah, but if he wanted to, he could have killed anyone. Any one of those
No.
characters.
No, but
Obviously, he
that's
doesn't kill Peacemaker because Peacemaker has a show coming out right after it.
No, but that's the reason why I'm so excited for Suicide Squad. I'm dying to see how James Gunn is going to write Harley Quinn. But I'm
Oh, yeah.
salivating.
Idris
I'm like,
Elba.
You gotta.
We find out this is not really a spoiler. It's just his character description. He's bloodshot. He's like Deadshot. People say he's there to replace Will Smith. Will Smith is still in the universe. Will Smith could come back. This is a different character, a character all on his own, and he got put in prison for putting Superman in the ICU. It's not explained
wow.
how.
Bullet. with a kryptonite bullet.
Yeah, well, I would assume, yeah.
Kryptonite bullet.
And I fucking love Idris Elba. Like, he just adds to
Elba.
anything he's in.
Yeah, he's
Idris
amazing.
Elba.
Yeah.
He's like
He's
the one,
awesome.
He's like the main dude aside from Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Like,
If you wanna
he's like
see
the
a-
main character, basically.
Yeah, if you want
It's
to
in-
see the brilliance of Idris Elba, I'm sorry.
No, go on.
Check out Luther on the
Luther.
Luther is
Yeah.
one of the best
Oh, cool.
crime shows, and
Yeah.
like DCI Luther, he's Detective Chief Inspector.
Yeah.
And it's like
Also-
their lingo over there in Britain. It's like so fucking cool. Like their police and the way they deal with shit. And
They
his
have no
character
guns.
this character Luther, he gets himself in all these sticky situations that you're like, oh, how is Luther gonna get out of this? But he somehow does like this mental MacGyver shit and gets his way out of these really sticky situations.
Look, son of Dennis is super drunk. In a what? What are you in?
In a hotel
In a
lobby.
Hotel lobby.
Are you hanging out with big celebrities and stuff?
Not in Nashville now.
No, but,
Dude,
Is
that
Dolly
was like
Parton there?
such a coup. Thank you for bringing on our friend, Mr. Wayne.
Oh yeah, no problem.
That was
I
very
hope
cool.
I'll get him back for sure.
Dude,
Can
are
you hear
you?
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool.
So you had a good time tonight?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was great. We went to a like a speakeasy kind of thing. It was really fun.
Oh.
Oh, very cool, dude. Very
Yeah.
cool. Are you in the lobby
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
to allow your wife to sleep?
Yeah, I was like nodding off, and I'm like, let me see if they're still on because I forgot I was on East Coast time.
We're still on. It's so cool you're on the same time zone.
Yeah, so then I was like, oh wow, they're probably actually on, and then I saw you guys were talking about harnesses, and I'm like, I better get on. I want to have this conversation.
It was a salacious speak.
Yeah.
that reeled you
But
in.
like legit, TOS is the first time I ever. Oh, we lost Son of
Oh,
Dennis.
sorry.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
actually.
okay.
Yeah.
Legit, TOS is the first time I ever saw that. Before the fetish existed, I think TOS created the fetish. If I have to say, I'm gonna be the one who says that.
There's
I'll back you up on that.
I see
I'll
parallels.
back you up 100%.
Thank you, sir.
No,
I think
actually, when I
sci-fi.
saw-
I think sci-fi in general pulls from a lot of like, you know,
Well, but wasn't the original Trek like I don't know who designed the costumes or whatever was? Would you call that like nouveau chic '60s shit? It's like stuff in the '60s that was conceptual and wasn't really on the streets, but would be in like weird fashion shows. They're like, let's put that in fucking Star Trek and have mainly the women wear all these like really scantily clad for the time costumes, dude. Like
Yeah,
they
I'm
wanted
sure
to
that
show as much
definitely
back as
influenced.
possible in every one of those costumes. They were like, all back. We gotta see our whole fucking back. It's like every time.
What's the TNG episode where
Not complaining about that, but
Code of honor.
no, where the people are wearing the white skimpy little things and
Oh,
Beverly
yeah.
Crusher's son like crashes through like the greenhouse and gets put on trial.
Yeah.
Who are those
Wesley,
people?
no!
I'll show you the nut huggers. They're wearing nut huggers.
Yeah, they're
you can literally see the twigs and berries and shit, right?
Yeah, what is that
Yeah.
episode called? Justice. All right,
Justice,
let me pull
yeah.
up. Yeah, here we go. Before I say,
I love how
so
the crew reacts like these people are fucking insane.
what year was Star Trek season 2?
What year was Star Trek season 2?
Yeah.
That was
89.
88.
No,
88 to
Star Trek
89.
it's 67.
we're
Oh, I thought you were
TOS.
talking about TNG.
Star
I
Trek.
don't know why.
Sorry, the original series, season 2. What?
67.
Season 2 was
68.
67 to 68.
Okay, so Barbarella even came after. So Star Trek did the Barbarella thing before Barbarella did the Barbarella thing. That's crazy.
Wow.
Barbarella. Never saw it. I don't even know if that's a song.
I'll pull up some. I saw Barbarella when I was a kid. I haven't seen it since. I gotta watch it.
All I
again.
think
It's
of
probably
Barbarella
amazing.
is like, I just think Barbarella, Gion. Like that weird like 80s sword kind of like shing sound. You remember? You know what I'm talking about? That shing that they used to have
Is
in
this
everything.
is this okay to show on
Oh
radio?
yeah, baby.
This is after dark.
This is the outfit that you guys were talking about, right? This is
Time
the
to
planet.
objectify people who are in their 60s now.
These people are. It's true. PJ's right, actually. Can I show the nut huggers? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
All right,
go
here.
ahead.
These are the nut huggers.
You've already
This is
shown everything on here. Right here, so.
It's. I think this is allowed. All right. Here we go. Nut huggers coming right up. I don't know how this got on TV. I have no idea.
Must be
Look
cold
at-
in there.
Look at
the
Marina
smile on the
Sir.
guy's face.
Yeah, but look at Marina Sirtis's face.
That
That's
dude
the,
is
that's
still wearing that outfit today. I'm telling you.
So uncomfortable.
I can't
That dude
believe
is
I
home
can't
right
believe
now.
Conan O'Brien was in Star Trek.
this is- I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Conan O'Brien should have totally worn this outfit. He would have done
so
it too.
Uncomfortable.
It looks like he has a vagina. It looks like he has camel toe.
Yeah. It looks like it's the front butt.
He has the front butt. It's
Yes, camel hump.
It's like on one side it appears to be a tiny testicle, and the other side it appears to be a tiny penis.
it's oh my
Yeah, it's totally like it's being split.
You can like see it if you just look
Is
right at it. I
Braxton
mean, it's
still here?
obvious.
And that dude loves it.
All right. So before we go, we have to talk about Indiana Jones 5 spoiler picks. Are you guys down to talk about that? All right, cool.
So
But,
we see nut huggers in Indiana Jones 5.
Indiana Jones and the
My
First
interest
of the
is now
Nuthuggers.
peaked.
So
Indiana
that
Jones and the Hunt for the Nut Huggers.
I would watch that.
do you think it's safe to say that when people talk about Gene Roddenberry's vision that we could just show this?
Well, clearly he didn't have a great vision. He needed to see an optometrist.
It's very Logan's Run.
No, it's not. It's not. Look, I deny you that. I deny
More
you
like-
that.
more like
comment.
I
Logan's
know,
Run.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
It's like but if like Logan's
It's
Run.
Logan's
then-
runny. It's like Logan's Run summer wear.
Yeah.
That's not. I think Michael York would shock you if he was wearing
Go
that.
to
If-
Carousel and get the tan.
I think is it Michael York in Logan's Run, or am I misremembering that?
Yeah, it's Michael York.
Oh yeah, so I think he would be packing something completely different than a camel toe. Had
Well,
you,
I just
had-
meant the
little Yorkie.
outfit, not as like specific genitalia.
This was deeply uncomfortable for me as a teenager when TNG aired. I'll show you guys this scene because it's not comfortable anymore. But here we go. This was super uncomfortable to me as a teenager because I was like
Oh, gotta see
very.
this.
It made me very horny.
Oh,
and I,
okay.
and I didn't know
Uncomfortable
why.
in that way.
Yeah, and I didn't know why. So I was like a 11. I wasn't even a tween. I was a tween. I wasn't
We're
even
exploring your child's psychology.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? It's like
this. I was like,
The
oh my
space
god.
tentacles? Oh,
There's this hot, like, slightly older guy than me who's like shirtless, and I was like going crazy. I liked that a lot when I was like 11. So yeah.
I mean, that's. I mean, shirtless people
I
are
was
nothing.
right with you,
I mean,
brother.
that's-
Thwacking it to the girl.
Jeez.
Side by side.
I was not doing what you.
You
might
and
have
me
just-
ride or die, bro.
We weren't riding. We
You were
weren't
side by
riding
side.
together. No, we weren't side by side, and we weren't riding when I was 11. We were not doing any of that when I was 11. Just it stirred feelings, but it didn't prompt that. That was not happening. Ruben, I wouldn't have rided or died with you until I was like maybe 17 or 18, maybe, but not at 11.
And
That
only
was-
then, like, butt to butt. Like, nope,
no, not
look
even.
here.
Maybe like maybe pinky toes,
That would be like
Pinky toes.
that's more like glide or die.
glider. Die. Oh my goodness.
I had funny feelings about Lisa from Weird Science.
Oh,
science.
weird.
Like the fact that she like did things for the guys, and I'm like, why is this like extremely attractive woman doing? And like she's a creation in that, but I just loved that kind of like
Kelly LeBrock.
fan. Yeah, she's.
Wasn't she married to Steven Seagal?
I don't know. Who cares?
I think it was at the time.
I think at the time she was married. You were like soon after.
Yeah.
Who was okay? Let's go around the horn. Who was everybody's first like? I mean, we got
I mean,
Starfleet Boy
at
and
11,
PJ.
11 years old, this is what I was being exposed to by Star Trek. FYI, I don't think anyone.
That guy has a weird V chest. You see that shit?
Yeah, what's up with that guy? Like,
No, it's like
Like,
it's an
okay,
M,
can I just
it's
say,
an M.
look at how much clothes she has. Look at how much clothes they have. Like, what
It's
is
actually-
this is
she's
like
wearing
weird.
she's practically wearing a frock.
It's like he slept on a pyramid.
Yeah, like what's going on in the scene, and why does that guy have like full chest hair and he's a teenager? I've never seen that. Maybe some teenagers
Well,
might
he's-
have
you
that.
know,
Some teenagers have a
Yeah, it's
full
true.
hair,
You're right.
yeah.
You're right. It's true. It's true.
We're going on a slippery slope, dude.
She's like
Slippery
she's like the Mennonite version.
No,
of
I
these
promise
people.
this is safe in America. I think it's safe in America. I don't know about Canada, but anyways, I just want to say that this is what I was exposed to. Star Trek exposed me, 11-year-old me, to this. This was season 1, right? Justice was season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. 19. What was that? 1989. 87. Oh yeah,
Well,
11. Yeah.
the Betazoids, like they have like traditional ceremonies in the nude for whatever reasons. We know they
Yes.
do weddings in the nude.
Yeah.
On Ferenginar, for the longest time, all the women went around nude. It's
Well, it makes sense with the Betazoids because they have nothing to hide.
it would like
You know
the
what I
other
mean? They can
worlds would
read
be
each other's
more.
minds, so it's
Yeah.
like they're naked all the time, sort of.
Oh.
Mm. Oh, I like that, dude. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Ruben, wow. Ruben, wow.
Oh, dude, that was deep, dude. My bro.
That's so great. Wow.
I gotta remember to pay the guy who wrote that for me.
All right, let's. We have PE saying it's interesting. I forgot to read this. It's interesting how Margot Robbie as Harlequin will be in 3 different superhero team movies, each one with a different team of people. Is that true? What is it? What's the? I don't know this.
Well, she was in Birds of Prey. She's in the Suicide Squad, and then she's in the first Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
So it's like 3 different completely different teams, right? That's what I think.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
what,
much.
That's right.
So the first Suicide Squad was not a success, and that's why they're making another. Is this a reboot?
It's
of
a sequel.
It's
It's
a
a
sequel.
sequel.
Oh, okay.
so
Oh, so it
The
was
first
successful.
the first one is called Suicide
Suicide
Squad. This is
Squad.
And
this
this
one's
is
simply called
the-
the Suicide Squad. Yeah, that's the only difference.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
first one wasn't. It depends on how you're defining success.
yeah.
By
the first one-
Hollywood super blockbuster standards, it was not a success, though it did make money.
It was profitable, but it wasn't a
Right.
hit.
The only, the only.
And a lot of people didn't like it, and I came out of it like I liked it, and they're like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I don't know, I just liked it. I'm sorry."
Dude, I thought it was good too.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they're like, "Whoa, you stupid!" I'm like, I understand there's problems with it, and it's like, it's definitely a chopped up movie. You can tell, like whole things were just taken right out of it,
Reduced
like
the
the Joker
Goyer
stuff.
cut.
I wouldn't
What's the-
mind seeing I would be more interested in an air cut than Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
What is the new Indiana Jones movie called? Does anyone know? Is there an official
It's-
title?
It's
The Adventures in Geriatric Home.
yeah, there you go. What are the spoiler picks?
All
What is he
right.
talking about?
Yeah,
So, all right, they're filming in the UK and they're filming in Glasgow, and
Indiana
so
Jones 5 should be Bubba Hotep.
Glasgow,
But whatever,
Glasgow,
so forward.
Glasgow. I said Gow, but it's Glasgow. Anyways, there's so apparently it's going to take place around the time of the homecoming of the astronauts who landed on Neil Armstrong's moon landing. So that's the time period it's going to take place, because there's like a whole scene where I think they're recreating the parade, the welcome home parade from the lunar landing.
So the Crystal Skull ended in Alien, so it's safe to say that they're just going to be hitting the ground running and pulling on that Alien thread then?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to disavow
no.
Crystal Skull. I don't think they will.
I don't
What
know,
year
but
is
I don't
that?
know.
Like 50 something, right? So the 69, right?
This
the
is
lunar-
69, yeah.
Yeah, 69. So
69
yeah,
or 70 could go. to
we've
70.
done the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s, so it would make sense. Like, I feel like Indiana Jones has hit each decade starting from the 30s, right?
Actually, well, what was it? Temple of Doom is actually the first one chronologically.
And it takes place
And
when?
then it's Raiders, and they're a bit roughly in the same. They're a year apart, I think.
Oh,
Those
I
okay.
two.
believe Temple of Doom is in the 30s, yeah.
30s, right. And
Temple
then we
of
get
Doom is earliest in the timeline. Then it's
yeah.
Raiders. Then
Last
it's
Crusade
Last
takes
Crusade.
place in the 40s, and then
Yeah.
Crystal Skull takes place in the 50s, and now we're going into the 60s.
And as long as Shia LaBeouf is in there, I'm good.
Dude. Totally
is there a
agree.
betting pool in Vegas about will Shia LaBeouf be in the
Here's
new
my
Indiana
impression of
Jones
Shia LaBeouf.
There's no way.
No. Anyway,
He was
I
he was
don't
good
get
in
it.
he was good in Peanut Butter Falcon, but that's
he's good in some things, but
he's a piece of shit.
he's weird,
Uh,
man. He's
PE
fucked
is
up.
right. We
Yeah,
go
okay,
to
he's
Egypt.
fucked up.
The Young Indiana Jones TV show is so amazing. I can't believe they corrected a
Yeah.
few things. I hate that George Lucas does that. But yeah, I think it goes to the 1900s, like 1910s or 20s or something like that. It's
Oh
crazy.
wow.
Yeah, it's like crazy stuff here.
Turn
Bugs
of the
Bunny.
century.
We got a new audience. Bugs Bunny. Hello there. Hello there, Bugs.
What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc? Good. That's way better, son of Dennis. Thank you. What do you guys think it's going to be? Indiana Jones and the what? What are your predictions? Because they haven't released the title yet, right?
Indiana Jones and the conspiracy theories.
No, it's not going to be.
They're just gonna tug at all the conspiracy theories.
I feel like it's gonna be like the name is gonna be like some kind of object.
So we've
Like,
had Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. So yeah, the Ark, right?
Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom, an object, basically a giant temple, right?
What about the dark side?
The
of
Last
Skull.
Crusade is not really an object, but the object of the movie is the Grail. So yeah, there is an object. They could have called it Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail, and it would have been fine.
They called it the Last Crusade, thinking
The Last
it would
Crusade.
just be the last one they ever
Film,
did.
yeah.
What about if
Indiana
it's-
Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Is that the full
Yep.
name, right?
Yeah,
King-
that's the
Yeah.
fourth one. Yeah.
So again, it refers to a kingdom. So yeah, what could it? What do you
something
guys-
something with the dark side of the moon or the
we have
Yeah,
Indiana
yeah.
Jones and the staged moon landing.
There
He's
you
gonna
go.
work with Stanley Kubrick to stage. Do you guys hear about that? That Stanley Kubrick could have helped stage the moon landing. That's
There's
the
no way.
whole.
a
There's
bunch
too
of
much
crap.
humanity in the video.
You know what the problem with that? That's the one theory. The problem I have with it is that it's believable because I believe Stanley Kubrick could have pulled off a
He
fake.
did, but he's so hardcore that he actually went to the moon to film the scene. He wanted such realism they actually took.
It's faked, but it's on the moon. It's not real, but it's on the moon.
They're not real astronauts. They're just actors who took astronaut training to get to the moon.
Didn't
That's
Buzz
amazing.
Aldrin like punch some guy that like in
Yeah.
an interview?
Yeah, I appreciate that actually.
You know what
I
I
don't
think it's
like
gonna be
punching
called?
people.
I think it's going to be called Indiana Jones, and that's it. There's a
I
thing
would-
they do with the
that would
last
be
movies,
amazing,
right? Like
yeah.
Logan or just Rambo,
yeah.
or you know,
If
or
it was
Rambo.
called that, I would love you, PJ, more than I love you already. That's an amazing title. I agree.
Because it would be
Indiana
if it's
Jones.
the true send off to the character, wouldn't it just be so appropriate that the title would simply be his name?
Do you guys think Indiana Jones should be retired and then that's it? Nothing ever again, ever in the future. No more Indiana Jones. We're done. Like, should
Well,
this
that's
be,
what I'm sure.
like,
That's what that's what the plan will be. But then
There's gonna be a reboot in
Yeah.
like 6 years with another actor.
I'm positive that was not the plan at all.
this one,
This movie is being made with that in mind.
to end it, to finish?
No. To
What?
never end it.
Oh, really?
To never end Indiana Jones.
It's going to
Oh.
continue with Phoebe Waller-Bridge talking about her huge asshole.
Yeah, or some other character that not really,
Is
talking
Back
about
to the
yet.
Future the only thing that's ended? Like, because I don't think we'll ever get another Back to the Future. Like,
Not ever. Not ever.
No,
I
as
think
long-
Back
you
to
know,
the
when-
Future is
when-
up to Zemeckis.
No,
That's
when-
never
when-
going to happen.
no.
Back to the
they
Future
did
is
a
just-
they did a Saturday morning cartoon.
When
What?
when
Wait,
It
what?
was, a
Robert
it was a
Zemeckis is
sequel to
dead,
Part 3.
There'll be
What?
there'll be
You
a
didn't know
new
this?
Back to the
no,
Future.
I don't know about this at
You
all.
can find
What'd you
full
say,
episodes
Marcelo?
on
When who's
YouTube.
dead?
Wait, stop.
I said-
Stop. Collaborate. All right.
And listen.
Wait. What's happening with Back to the Future? There's more after
No.
Back to the Future 3?
There was an animated series that aired shortly after I think it was like 91 or 2 or something. That was a sequel to the third movie. It was
Yeah.
basically Doc Brown, Marty, and Doc Brown's kids would get into all kinds of shenanigans, either with the DeLorean or the train thing. The train.
You
They
don't
had
remember the
train time
cartoon?
machine as well.
No, I didn't
No,
watch
it
this.
was- it was
I didn't,
pretty good.
No, I
know
didn't
this.
really watch it, but I remember it being on.
How many
It's very,
episodes?
it's very simple-minded stuff. I mean, but it was
Uh,
good for the time. It was exciting to see a sequel series to the movies, right? That wasn't like
That's
true canon
crazy.
or anything, but you got to see where the characters went after part 3, basically.
Bugs Bunny is saying, "Hello, geek. How are you doing? And did you watch Space Jam new movie with me in it? What? What? Oh yes, you are. Who is this? Who's Bugs? Is this the real Bugs Bunny? Do we have Bugs Bunny here? Hello, but I feel like Bugs might be here. This is so cool. Indiana Jones and the Flat Earth.
Who falls off the edge at the beginning. He's hanging on to the edge at the beginning, and then it flashes back to the whole movie.
Geek, you have a singular wit.
Let me
That's
tell
all.
you how I got here.
Geek and Review, you have a singular wit, sir. Very nice, very clever. Dumb name, Geek. Wow, Bugs Bunny's on fire. How about Indians Jones and the Final Frontier? Bugs
gonna be
Bunny. I don't think you're the real Bugs Bunny.
That's the first spin-off, Indiana Jones.
He's an
Indiana
imposter.
Jones and the Oracle of Gimmark.
Guys,
Some
I
bullshit
don't know.
like that.
I don't know how you guys
Doesn't
feel,
make any
but for
sense.
me, Last Crusade was the last movie. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what do you guys think?
I
No, the
hope
last
they make
movie was
15
Kingdom of the
more
Crystal
movies.
Skull. Get used to it.
You know,
I hope they make fucking 6 TV shows. I want to know like what Indiana Jones had for breakfast before the first movie. I want to know every fucking detail of every character that ever popped up on any Indiana Jones movie ever. Give it to me.
Harrison Ford is laid up now because of his injury, but he's gonna go back to saying,
What happened?
Harrison Ford's already signed a deal to use
this
his-
over with.
You can use my CG avatar for the next 200 years.
Fucking CG me in the whole rest of the way, you bastards. Pay me.
Put my
anyway.
corpse in a plane and launch it around the earth.
Can we get him?
Sons
If
of
that's the
bitches
case,
and fucking
can we please
Star
get a
Wars
sequel
bullshit.
to Air Force One? Can it be called Air Force Two? Is that allowed? Is this going to be called? Is it allowed that it can be called Air
What
Force
was he,
Two?
the vice
But it's
president?
him in a little 2-man plane with a terrorist. Somehow a terrorist got on there.
I can't drink.
Get
my
off
wine.
my plane!
I can't drink my wine.
How'd you even get on here? Where am I?
Wow, Marcel, we got Marcel. Again. That's good.
ah,
Uh,
all right.
PE says, I recall the Back to the Future cartoon also had some live action bits of Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown.
Yeah, he would do the intros.
What? Oh, how did I? What? Look, I'm
They
so
made
upset
Saturday
with
morning cartoons and everything. Bill and
I
Ted,
had no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
I knew the Bill and Ted.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I knew Bill and
Beetlejuice is
Beetlejuice
great.
too.
Ace Ventura.
Ghostbusters had 2
What's the
versions.
thing that Lydia says in the beginning of that cartoon? It's like ghostly haunting. I turn loose. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
I think
Oh,
you
shit,
got
I
it.
conjured him.
Yeah.
As long as I don't say Candyman 5 times. I'm
There
okay.
was the Godfather Saturday morning cartoon.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I was like, Stanley Kubrick would never allow that to happen.
Oh, they released a teaser for the Chucky series, and it looks just about as good as I thought it would look.
Oh my goodness, Braxton, are you falling asleep, buddy? No, but
No.
I see you stroking your pussycat. I love it.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
She just requires attention, so it's like, I'm just like, petting the cat.
PE says Men in Black had a Saturday morning. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's actually
Everything?
pretty
had-
well animated.
I watched
They
that
had
when I
a
was
they had a
kid.
Free Willy one.
Guys, can we do a Starfleet Boy Saturday?
They had a
morning
Rambo and
cartoon?
RoboCop cartoon.
What? Rambo?
Not together,
and
but you know.
Yeah, that would be
Hey,
cool.
I got a bit of
Rambo.
movie trivia for you guys. In what movie do live action versions of Darth Vader, the dinosaur from Jurassic Park,
Oh,
and
Night at the
RoboCop appear
Museum.
in nope,
What?
appear in the same scene?
Wait, so it's Darth Vader.
It's Darth Vader, RoboCop, and the Jurassic Park
And,
T-Rex.
it would have to be
Ready
Ready
Player
Player One.
Nope.
No, oh.
No, the first. They might have done that in that, but this is the first movie in the '90s that did it.
Oh, in the
I was
90s.
like, oh my god, you can have these properties. Like, it's brief. It's like very brief, but it happens.
Is it
Live
Toy
action?
Story? Toy
You
Story?
basically see you basically see the Jurassic Park dinosaur, rah, rah, and then RoboCop's like reacting to it, and then also there is Darth Vader.
What?
Hold
Is
on.
it like
you
a
said it's
Pixar?
It's a brief moment in I guess a fantasy movie,
A fantasy
live
movie, that gives us a
action.
clue.
live action, and it's pretty good for the time. Like even the
Is it
dinosaur
the Indian
looked
in the
far away-
cupboard?
Yes, it is the Indian.
Wow, good job.
I looked it up. Sorry, I cheated.
Oh, I was
If you
very
can look,
impressed.
if you can find the still
Let
of
me
that,
find
it's
the
a pretty
still,
cool
like-
shot.
I was
That's
very
cool.
impressed for a second that you got that.
I know. No, I looked it up. Darth Vader. Okay, let's see if we can find the still.
I read all 5. I think it's all 5 of the Indian in a Cupboard novels back in the day. There's like a whole like universe on itself of like an explanation of how the cupboard can actually take real people from existence and like replace the totem or the toy.
There you
It's
go,
crazy.
guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
I remember the scene, yeah.
This is a GIF. That's insane. Of course, ILM did the effects because they have all that shit on
Mhm.
it.
Who's RoboCop shooting at?
Who is that? Yeah, with that. It's like a arrow, something with an arrow. It's got to be someone.
This is the Ready Player One prototype. By the way,
It
Space
is.
Jam 2. Fucking crazy.
You're the only one who saw it tonight, right? Is
You
I
see
did.
everything.
Oh, you saw
see
it too. You
everything
guys
at least
both saw it.
once.
Cool.
You
I got to see
the-
it. I'm gonna
you
watch
see-
it.
You see the Catwoman from the 60s and from the Michelle Pfeiffer version. Not exactly looking
What?
like the people.
What, Space
But
Jam?
you, oh yeah, you see, like the spectators are all of these people who look like
Like Earth's
characters
like
from
kid?
space. Like you see the 60s Batman and Robin, but you also see like the
Mr. Freeze,
Penguin from Batman Returns, and you see the Arnold Schwarzenegger version of. You see the Animaniacs hanging around. You see.
Oh, I love the
You see
Animaniacs.
the
That's cool.
Flintstones and fucking like all the Hanna-Barbera stuff and Rick and Morty and all this shit.
That's right.
Did you guys notice that I'm in HD tonight?
You're on my
I
phone.
did.
So I can,
Oh, can I give away something about the Space Jam 2 that's
Yes.
really cool?
And then I have to give a
it's very-
shout out.
It's literally
Looking
like
crispy.
not even a second in the movie. They go to Metropolis, right? LeBron James and Bugs. And you see Clark Kent and other characters from Superman, the animated series.
Yep.
And it's like, holy shit. And it's like the same city from that show. And it's like, wow, they actually...
Oh, PE asked a
We're
good
faithful.
question. Actually, I was gonna ask this question also. What was Sonequa Martin Green like in Space Jam, the movie?
She
And-
did not need to be there.
What? What do you mean?
Like I was very like
Oh, we're going to have
I-
words, friend.
okay,
Ooh, I love this.
Okay,
I
no,
love
but
it.
no, but I look. Okay, before you take my head off, PJ, I just want to say that I thought that her material could have been better. I wasn't. I thought that she did the best. I thought that she did the best with what she was given to do. Like I wanted
mean,
to see
she's-
more.
She's
I
a
wa-
side character, and she doesn't...
Yeah, yeah.
The
right,
human
cool.
characters are... the actors...
Oh, wait,
are
wait, wait,
human.
wait. Sonequa Martin Green's not like the main character in this?
No,
No, she's LeBron James' wife. And
But
she's
she's not-
good. She's good.
Oh, I imagine she's great.
There's-
She's awesome.
Can I just give? I gotta give this shit away. You don't
Spoilers
care. It's
for
fucking Space Jam 2. who
Spoiler for
cares?
Space Jam 2.
It's these are like little moments in the film that are inconsequential.
All
But
right.
when she's her son's in the in the basketball thing when she's transported to the CG world, and there's like this force field. Anyway, she's there with her daughter, LeBron's daughter and other son. And she's yelling for her son, who's with Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle manipulates LeBron's son into working for him. And she's like, Dom! And the son's like, Mom, I don't think he can hear you. Oh, I'm his mother. He better hear me. Dom! And she's like, I was like, I laughed out loud. It's the one part in the entire movie that I actually found funny. Every fucking single joke in this movie is so goddamn lame. I'll give you an example. Bugs Bunny is in the the Martian ship or whatever, and it's zooming in on the window like one of those new Star Trek shots where it goes like into the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And what is he doing but a William Shatner impression? You know, the classic Stardate, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really? The only fucking Star Trek joke you could think of is like the most obvious one, the choppy way William Shatner used to talk. And it's like,
Yeah, it's a little
it is
hackneyed.
such an old, and there's Matrix jokes. There's like several Matrix jokes. And I'm like, are you just trying to remind people that Matrix 4 is coming out? Because that movie was 2 years ago. So it's like, there are a lot of old references that I really loved, and then some that were like just, oh man, I've heard this joke or seen this reference so many times.
Blue says, I loved Sonequa Martin Green in the movie, and then also
God, I love her so much.
Starfleet Boy, I did notice you look HD. Yeah, sorry. Our upgrade in our camera is sponsored by P&D Printing and Design, based here in Miami, Florida. So thank you for sponsoring this camera. I guess they're sponsoring the show, so thank you for sponsoring your show.
Hey,
It's very
congrats.
cool. Yeah, it's really nice. It's my first sponsor, so I'm very happy. It's also my uncle, full disclosure, and my it's a family business, but it's okay. It's okay.
It's a
They still
family business.
It's a
Keep your mouth
family
shut and
business.
you'll be okay, okay?
You'll be all right. All right,
You'll be all
Starfleet
right,
Boy.
all right?
You put this webcam on your camera. You put this webcam so we can monitor what you're doing. All right, while we print our designs.
You sound like
Mark Wahlberg.
No.
Wahlberg. No?
It's not.
What
It's,
does it sound
no, it
like?
wasn't
Boston?
Boston. It wasn't Boston at first. It
Mark
was
Wahlberg. I'm Mark
Marissa
Wahlberg.
Tomei and my cousin Vinny.
I'm Marissa Tomei, and that's funny. I
My
don't know.
biological
It's pause
clock
attraction.
is ticking.
You know, that kind of thing.
No, the defense is wrong.
The defense is wrong.
Tell
I
me
love that
these-
movie.
yeah.
It's one of the best movies
Yeah.
ever made.
I could actually recite every scene from that movie, but I actually have to
That
watch
mo-
it.
I
for
can.
you to do it,
I'm
right?
not. I don't get tired of watching it.
It's
It's
so
like
good.
fucking Groundhog Day. I'd go back and watch Groundhog Day right now and like be like, it's a great movie.
All right. So
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Caddyshack
You
sucks,
killed
by the
good
way. I don't
old
get
boy.
Caddyshack. I don't get all the old Bill Murray and Steve Martin shit.
did you
And,
get?
I don't like any of the old Chevy
Really?
Chase and like
No?
none of
I was
that
never a
shit
Blues Brothers fan.
was
People
fucking annoying. Blues Brothers, I have no.
Really?
Yeah, what-
I love Blues, and Part 2's better though. I
People
like
put
Part
that
2
movie
better.
on such
It's
a
more
pedestal,
music
like,
that I like.
Animal
yeah,
House
it's
couldn't give a fuck. Like
Really?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High couldn't
Really?
give a two goddamn.
Really?
I hate
Ruben, are you
Ferris
also
Bueller's
on
Day
this-
Off. I hate
What?
Ferris
Oh.
Bueller's Day Off.
What?
Oh
I
no,
hate
no,
it.
No,
oh,
you
no.
don't. No, you did not.
I just almost broke
I
my.
hate that movie.
You
I
hate
Matthew
it?
Broderick in
What?
general.
What?
I can't stand.
What
Matthew
is wrong
Broderick
with
as an
you?
actor. He
Really wrong.
sucks.
Did Braxton go away?
He
Braxton
ruins
used to
everything
have
he's in.
his-
Like just
Oh
like
my
his presence, fucking like. His,
Who, wait,
taints
Matthew
everything.
Broderick? Did you not like
Oh,
Election?
Matthew Broderick, I really don't. Not the
Oh my
fact that he kills
God.
somebody. That's not even a thing. But I just don't like his face and his acting.
That's not even a
Just
thing.
don't like his-
I just don't like his face and his acting.
He
It's two
accidentally
things.
kills somebody. Like some people have
Yeah,
done
it's
that.
Yeah,
It's-
in like Europe somewhere, right?
yeah.
I hope.
He-
May I never
It was
accidentally
a car
kill someone.
accident,
That's scary.
but
Yeah.
he's responsible.
Changing the subject, Blue says, "Will you guys please read a script? Please. Oh God, I don't know. We've exhausted all our scripts. What have we not done?
Let's do a scene from Showgirls, man. We got to. Paul Verhoeven. It's like, let's do it.
I already
Let's do
like
it.
this idea. It's true. Braxton, where are you? What's happened to Braxton? I hope he's okay.
Oh, dude, I took a booze break, but yeah,
Ooh.
I am super tired, dude.
Are you, Braxton? We usually end around this time, so we're about to end, but we're at 3 hours. It's a 3-hour stream. But Blue is requesting
long
that
piss.
we read from a script, and PJ recommended Showgirls. Are you down to read one of the characters? Because Marcella won't do it.
I don't do it.
Dude, where the fuck am I gonna find a fucking Showgirl script? To?
No, we'll
Oh.
find it. We'll find it for you.
Then
Blue,
just
do you have
share
a
it in
scene
the
in
chat.
mind, or does anyone have a scene? I haven't seen Showgirls.
I'm sure it's
since, like-
available online because many have probably attempted
Alright.
the stage version.
But I
of it.
can't remember that movie. I haven't seen it in like 40 years. Like I can't remember that movie.
I don't remember
know.
that movie. I
Showgirls
just
is
remember it's
so
cheesy.
much-
I just remember naked. The people naked in it. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Let's do one from Basic.
And-
Let's do the interrogation scene from Basic Instinct. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
sharing story.
I
Would
vote
be-
for
just
that.
get my skirt.
I vote for that one.
Is that the leg crossing scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know there's like a kind of a Me Too angle to that whole leg crossing scene?
What do
She
you
did.
mean?
She didn't know that it was at that angle. She didn't know.
Oh, how could you not know?
She didn't know that
You
were
couldn't
gonna
see the camera in front of your area.
Apparently, she didn't. She thought it was. She knew it was a provocative angle, and the shot in her mind was supposed to be like the uncrossing of the legs, and it's just enough of the angle that you don't actually see her.
I believe
thing.
Sharon Stone. I like Sharon Stone. I believe her also.
But
so yeah, whatever.
when she saw it with her parents at the premiere, she apparently was mortified.
Oh wow.
Why would she lie about that?
You know what? The thing is, some of those movies Sharon Stone was in the like the early '90s,
yeah.
and mid '90s. You know, she's just she's just trying to get paid. She don't care about like selling sex. Like she's just trying to get paid.
She had no problem doing sex scenes and showing her breasts. It was the line for her was her pooter. She didn't want to be. She didn't know what was happening.
You
and when
just
she
Wait,
saw it,
isn't where you come from? Isn't
it's
that,
true,
like,
man. I was
fries
just
and
saying,
gravy
like
on it?
she actually
Because
she was shot, and she was with her parents at the premiere, and or relatives or something. I remember the story, and it's like, no, why? That's my thing there.
That's her hoo-ha.
What's up with that? That's my
So, you know,
and
when
why is Newman from fucking Seinfeld gawking at it?
You know, when I saw that movie as a tween, I didn't even notice that.
Oh really?
You barely know. You have to watch it like fucking Blu-ray to actually get anything off it. Like if you actually look up the clip on YouTube, it's so pixelated, it just looks like shadow. It's like when people try to find the missing underwear on Jessica Rabbit. It's like, who cares? It's like
Blue
Dude, but I was
anything.
watching that shit on VHS, dude. I didn't fucking see
There's
it.
there's
you don't
shadow
see
from a
anything.
lack of trimming too.
Blue. Wow. Blue. I've never heard of pooter before either. That's the first time I heard pooter. So
I got that from Clerks too.
I'm gonna wake up my wife tonight by going, baby.
Kevin Smith's
with
wife
that
says it in
booty,
that
baby.
movie.
All right, so
She
so we're
flashes her
obviously
breasts.
not. We're not.
She flashes her breasts at a guy to make him feel uncomfortable and go away. And then he just gawks at her and he goes, "If you don't leave, I'm going to show you my pooter." And she points to
Oh
her
wow.
downstairs, and that's where I was like, "Oh, that's a word."
Blue, we're in no
Apparently.
condition to read from a script, especially not especially not that one.
Let's read from Pootie Tang, the movie Pootie Tang.
I've never seen that one either.
You've never seen the?
No, I've never Pootie
Booty
Tang.
Tang was good, dude.
Is it good? I should see
Yeah.
it. Is it who makes that? Who's
It's only
that
like
one?
one of the best movies.
It
Really?
was written and directed by Louis C.K.
Yeah,
Really?
Easily top 5 or top 10 greatest movies ever made.
Great. It's for
Louis
super.
C.K. wrote Booty Time? Really?
He wrote and directed, yeah. He
Prax
wrote
is
and
like,
directed.
no.
That's it. That's his. That was
gotta
his big
see this
thing.
movie,
Like
I
he used to
gotta
make
see it.
short films, and that was his first like actual.
No, well, he was a writer
He
on
used to write for a lot of people too.
Dana Carvey show,
Yeah,
He used to
yeah.
write
He
for a
wrote
ton
lot.
of comedians.
and then
And
I think-
he's known for saying a certain word with impunity, like it seems,
yeah,
and it's like okay, whatever. There's an HBO you can see. I think you can see it on YouTube. It's Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Louis C.K. and I think someone else.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais, and they're having this conversation, and then like Louis C.K. is just saying this word like it's nothing in front of Chris Rock, and Chris Rock is just like talking
think
about how
Seinfeld's the
Louis
only one that
C.K. is
called
the
him out.
blackest white guy he ever know. It's like giving him it's like weird. He's giving him a weird pass, and you can tell Jerry Seinfeld's just like I'm not gonna repeat
Yeah, just
anything
Seinfeld
you guys are
says, like,
saying.
yeah,
And then
he's-
Ricky Gervais says the word. You know what I'm talking about. He says the word,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "You just said it." And it's like, well, I guess it's like once it gets out there, everybody's like, "Oh, we can say it." And I was like, "This is fucked up."
Wow. What is this available somewhere online that we can watch?
Oh yeah, you can probably
watch
you can
it.
see it. I'm pretty sure you can see it on YouTube.
Oh,
Booty
interesting.
It's
Time?
like just Jerry Seinfeld, Louis C.K.,
Ricky Gervais and
Ricky
Chris
Gervais,
Rock.
blah blah blah, Chris Rock.
It was just them
Louis
sitting
C.K. is
on
a
stage
very
talking.
controversial.
In-
If you actually watch his comedy, man, some of the stuff is just like that seems to be the most appealing or the most popular stand-up is this stuff where you're looking at the guy and you're like, you got some fucking balls, dude, for saying this shit. You're probably going to get canceled in a couple of years. And
And
usually
then,
they
yeah.
are to some degree, but that passes. But safe comedy is not even like a thing. Like Jerry Seinfeld, I watched his special, like his latest stuff that he had on Netflix, and it's like, it's good, but I mean,
I
you're not. I don't feel the shock that I feel I'm supposed to feel now.
I have a proposal. We're gonna take Starfleet Boy to a new level, guys.
Oh my
we're gonna do an
God.
improv to sign out because we're already at like.
Do you remember how this went last?
No, did we do an
didn't
improv
work last
before?
time.
Did we do one before? Okay,
Yeah.
here's the
Didn't work last
rules
time.
of the improv. Everyone picks their favorite Star Trek character, and you could be doubles. So if everyone loves Kirk, we can all be Kirks, okay? So everyone picks their favorite Star Trek character, and then we're gonna sign out by doing a scene on board the bridge of that. We'll figure it out, but first pick your favorite Starfleet character, Star Trek character. Okay, so we're gonna go
Do
with
this and we'll do that, and maybe
Yeah.
some things.
No, I got it. Look, watch. Braxton, what's your favorite Star Trek character
My favorite Star Trek
that you would
character-
want to be? You have to be this character for this game.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ! Come on, pick one. Braxton. Janeway, are you Captain? No, Janeway.
Oh
or-
no, I can't do a Janeway.
Okay.
My
No,
sa-
you don't have to imitate them, but just you're gonna embody that character. You're gonna be that character.
Dude, let Ruben go first.
Okay, Ruben, you go first. Pick your character. Ruben.
Tight
Come
work.
on.
He's muted.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's me.
I want to be more.
Okay,
Nice.
you're Morn first. Perfect. All right. All right. So you're Morn. Perfect. PJ or anyone who wants to go next. I'll go next. I'm just gonna pick my character. I'm gonna be.
I know who you're gonna be.
Tell me who I'm gonna be. I want to know.
Negus.
No. Oh yeah, that's a
Nice.
good one. That's a good idea actually, because I could just do the voice and I would win.
You
No.
want to be Cass?
No, I don't want to be Cass either. I'm gonna be someone that's a stretch for me. I'm gonna be Dr. Crusher. I don't know if I can pull this
Ah.
off, but Negus is easy. Dr. Crusher not so easy. I'm gonna be Dr. Crusher. All right, so we got Ruben is I already forgot. I'm so drunk. I'm so sorry, audience. Ruben, who did you pick again?
He picked Morn.
He's just like, I'm not more. Yeah, he's more.
All right, Warren, Dr. Crusher. All right, Dennis, son of Dennis. Who are you?
I mean,
I feel like if you want to
it'd
take
be
the
Worf,
Worf. All right.
but I guess I could do a Worf. As a,
Even if you can't imitate him, it doesn't matter. It's just the character you want to be tonight for this improv.
that's who I'd want to be.
Yeah, so you're Worf. I'm Dr. Crusher. We got Morn. All right, Morn, Dr. Crusher, Worf. All right, who's next? Marcelo, do you have a character in mind?
Yeah, I'll be Brad Boimler.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Okay, so Boimler's in the house. PJ, do you have a character in mind?
Why, Data, of course.
Yes.
Oof.
And now, Braxton, come on. Did we give you enough time to think about it?
Michael Burnham.
Yes! Oh my god, sorry, that's
God,
amazing.
this is
I just
funny.
Alright. So we have Morn. So I just did something to my ears. That was weird when I went yes, it like popped. It's so hold on, let me fix this. Alright, hold on. One more.
It's like I
Alright.
fucked myself up so easily.
Alright. Yeah, I
in my 40s.
I screamed so loud that oh, and Blue's happy because Blue says, yes, I love it. Do that, please. All right, we haven't even figured out what we're doing. All right, so we know our characters. All right, so how does improv work again, son of Dennis? You've done this before, right? Like, how does improv work?
Depends on what type of. If you're doing like a long form, like it sounds like we're doing, you'd have somebody. I mean, you could go off like a person or like an occupation, a place, and like a. Like it's usually like. You do like a monologist, someone tells a story, and then you do something off of that.
I got it.
Essentially-
Okay.
character.
What's that?
essentially-
Go ahead. Sorry.
I want to change my character.
Are we all gonna be like a bridge?
I don't want to be Data.
All
could
right.
be like a
I
bridge
want to be
crew,
Mart.
and
I want to be Martok.
We could be like a
Martok
bridge
it is.
crew, and someone could be like giving us
Martok's the
mission.
guy with the one eye, right? He's the one.
Son
eye
of
dude.
Dennis.
Is he the one eye dude?
I'm losing.
Martok.
We lost your Martok. Yeah, one eye.
He's the one eye dude, right?
Did
Yeah.
we lose? I
Was
think
me
we
Son
and
of
one
Dennis, wherever
Yeah.
you walk to, we lost
I
you.
lost everybody.
Oh, we can hear you still, but we just can't see. you.
Sorry.
You were actually frozen in a cool like Rudy pose. It feels like you're on a football field.
You gotta
I
do
left.
the,
I left the
you gotta
lobby
do the
because
Jack Bender
So-
pose
So who goes first
from Breakfast Club.
in the agenda?
All
What's
right.
happening on the bridge?
So the scenario
So-
is. Go ahead.
well, we should get it
Sundays.
from the comment section, right?
Oh yeah. Audience, let us know what our scenario is. So anyone.
All the
there's-
emergency bridge toilets are backed up. There's no janitors around. Do one of the bridge crew actually go in there and fix that shit, or what?
Anyone who's still in the audience, I don't know if we have still people. We have 3. It says we have 3 people. Are you guys on this thing? Are you guys on the chat? No, right?
We're all responsible for the views right now. We all got
Then
one
I
window
don't know
open.
if we'll get a thing.
I am not on.
Oh,
We did a
can I
scenario.
change my character?
Yes. Who do you want to be?
I'm gonna be Deanna Troy.
Yes. That's just equally as good as
I
Michael.
think I want to be a
Myers.
character that speaks.
We're never gonna get to a scenario, are we?
What about what about if we were all just like walking on the Enterprise doing maintenance for some fucked up section or whatever.
Blue proposed the scenario, guys.
no.
What'd he
The
say?
scenario. Okay.
Oh,
The
hell no.
scenario is you guys are at the end of time, like in Loki. Not everyone
Okay,
knows about
perfect,
this,
perfect.
but I like it.
All
You
of
like
our
it?
characters
Okay,
are in
okay.
in some place at the end of time. I'll
All
go
right.
first.
All right, go.
I'm Martok. Wow, where the fuck are we?
That's a really good Marta.
Where's Quark? I don't know.
Wait, who did I pick again? I forget.
Yeah,
Captain,
Crusher.
I'm feeling
Crusher.
I'm
Okay.
feeling something.
Um,
Such deep emotion.
Deanna, can I scan you to make sure you're all right? It looks like you're all right. I think Deanna's telling the truth. This is something crazy happening.
How do we get the fuck out of here?
I do
Guys, does it-
believe.
No, go ahead.
I do believe the end of time is a good time to die with honor.
Shut up, Worf. I'm just gonna insult everybody who talks now.
Captain, I'm feeling such deep hostility from PJ.
There's hostility.
The name's Martok, woman.
My scanner suggests there's some hostility in Martok's pants.
Guys, you're not looking at the situation. You haven't checked our communicators. They don't work. What the hell is this? I want to go home.
Wait, who is Marcelo again?
I'm Boimler.
Oh boy,
Oh yeah.
that's so good. You did a good job.
Who brought this little twerp?
I'm not a little dwarf. I have to go. I have to get home. I have to go to the Cerritos. I have to go to the Titan. I must go home. I can't die here with you idiots.
Dr. Crusher, give him a
Info-
sedative.
Captain, I'm feeling insecurity and small nuts.
By the way, everybody, I feel like I treated someone last week named Shempo who had the same condition. You guys remember Shempo? Sorry. All right, go ahead. We're not doing a good job at this stupid thing but Blue, I hope you enjoyed it.
I'm in the tough situation. I'm trying to be quiet because I'm in like the lobby, so I don't want to
Speak
get
up, I
rowdy.
can't hear you.
Dude, you on vacation, dude, be real loud.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
I don't want to get
It's
kicked
true.
out of the hotel. That's
It's
true.
awesome.
Just
It's
start
awesome
singing
how you're
Kelly
able
Clarkson
to be with us,
songs.
though. It's so cool that you're able to be on your mobile phone and you're like
Yeah.
here legit, like with us.
That's crazy
I
technology.
would love to.
bro.
This guy's too rowdy. He's playing
Isn't-
Star Trek improv in the lobby.
I've been to Asheville and I legit agree with your concerns.
Oh, I'm
Like, you
feeling
have to-
something.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
be-
people don't
Captain,
like weird shit in the
I'm
middle of
feeling
the night.
high data usage.
Can I just say, Braxton, you're 100% Counselor Troy whenever the fuck you want to be because you're great at it. It's like, just pull out Counselor Troy whenever you want because it's awesome.
I'll be Lexana, Troy.
Oh shit, whose is that?
Hold for.
Oh
hold for
shit, they're
evidence.
coming for
Police
you,
are coming to
dude.
get you.
We might have a real situation
Keep the camera on.
We might, Yankee, don't shut it off. We might have a real situation on Starfleet Boy After Dark. Uh-oh,
You better watch out. Them
Oh, here we go,
Democrats
here we
go
go, here we
around
go.
trying to give you that vaccine.
Captain,
Democrats
I feel like
going
some
door
of
to
this
door.
is
Next
about
thing
to
you
get
know, they
beat
be taking your
down.
guns door to door, door to door to door,
Oh, it's I'm in the
taking
South,
everything
man.
you got, taking your Bible, taking your Bible right out your house,
Oh my
along with
goodness.
your guns, all your guns that you got in your house.
Why is that so true? Why is that so true? All right, anyways, we're...
Yeah.
Is the
Guys-
is Luoxana gonna say something?
Yeah, she's here. She's here
You
apparently.
gotta say
Oh,
little
yeah.
one. She always says
Yeah,
little one.
Little one, yeah.
Yeah. So hot for.
It's like Jean-Luc, stop thinking those nasty thoughts about eating the
Yeah,
Yeah,
other
that
shit.
was great. That was
I
really
want to.
actually...
I want to
That's
slap
basically what she's alluding to, that Jean-Luc is thinking about doing stuff to her, which he's probably not. More
He's
than
not.
likely, he's not at all. But she's just saying it out loud just to
Yeah.
embarrass him.
to do it. It's true. All right, we're gonna do our sign off, but let's
I
start
think
with.
Picard's a nasty motherfucker thinking dirty shit all day.
He probably is.
He might be
I
I
nasty.
love
That's
my
true.
number
That's
one.
true. That's true.
This is
Oh,
my
this
The
is
real
shit.
number one.
Everybody
birthday
thinks
the other day,
dirty.
wasn't it?
Everybody
The real
thinks
number
dirty
one,
stuff all
one-eyed
day.
monster.
It's true.
On your
All
knees,
day.
Wolf. Get those fangs on my shit.
We can't help it. We are sexual creatures.
It's true. Sexual healing is a thing too. All right, before we're gonna sign off, we'll have an
make it
after party.
show.
We'll make it show. Before we sign off, though, Son of Dennis, what do you got going on that you want to tell our audience about?
Well, we did Klingon Katie and Kevin of Nine and myself did that Voyager episode at Drunk Space Nine. I gotta edit it and I'll get it up this week. We did retrospect. It was a really fun episode to do, even though it was a heavy subject. If anybody's in Austin, Kitty, you're in Austin?
Ooh, pardon me, wow.
I think I'm doing some shows in Austin.
Wait, you're doing like
next
shows,
week.
like
Yeah.
stand-up shows?
Yeah, I gotta
What?
figure out. I gotta.
You
lock
know,
it in,
Fathery
so-
lives in Austin. Maybe
Yeah,
you
we're
can come
past.
out
I'm
to
gonna
your
reach out to him.
Oh,
I have to
sweet.
see. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be there the 22nd through something, but
That's amazing.
yeah. So I'm gonna post that on my shit if the show goes through. I'm passing through, so I don't know if it's gonna happen. And then I'm working on a bunch of other cool stuff that I can't talk about yet, like as usual. But
I know, but it's
you know-
pretty cool. I know some of it, but I can't say.
there's a new project I'm really excited about that I hope to talk about soon. But, okay, yeah, that's it for
Damn
me.
NDAs.
I feel like it looks
Yes.
very hot and humid in Asheville.
Is it warm?
It's nice. No, I'm just genuinely oily.
No.
Mm.
But I like that green, yellow, red shirt you're
Oh,
wearing.
thanks. I just got
It's
that
very
shirt.
cool. It's a nicer shirt. It's a nicer shirt, huh? PJ, what do you got going on? Whoa, I never saw your Viking guide before. That's
Oh.
cool.
Ooh, is that a Viking or
I
like
feel
some
like
kind
it's
of
a-
like monster with like its
Oh, it looks like his
brains,
head's
like-
peeled back. Yeah.
It's like a
I feel like
Viking.
No, this is the way my character sounds. And I want you to leave me alone before I get angry.
All right. Well, you can go check out PJ on
Go
Boat
away,
Rack.
please.
You can
Go
check out
away.
PJ on
I don't
Boat Rack.
like this. You got me on the full screen.
All right, I'm gonna
Get
go
away. Get it off me.
All right, you can check out PJ on Boat
Thank you.
You can check out PJ on Boat Rack, and that Viking dude too might be there sometimes. Braxton, how can people stay in touch? Wow, look at your muscles, dude.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was
It's
like,
very
what?
nice. Dang. I'm like
Oh shit!
I'm very impressed. I should say. Anyways, other than your guns, what are you showing off today?
You can find me at Leviathan026 on Twitter. I don't really tweet that much, but I'm in the Star Trek community and I'm around.
Braxton's an amazing person, and Braxton is like an influencer to the influencers. That's all I'll say. It's very cool.
Do you have
You're
a
the
license
sweetest.
to carry those guns?
A license.
Braxton, where are you located out of?
I live in Baltimore.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yep, I am a Marylander, born and raised.
Marylander. I love
my
that.
goodness.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
Braxton
Everybody's
has been.
from everywhere here. Like
It's true.
we're all from different places.
We all are from different places. It's true. Braxton's been on a bunch of episodes of Starfleet Boy, but this is such a cool thing to see Braxton on Starfleet Boy After Dark. So I appreciate you being on. Please come on as much as you want. We love you here. It's awesome. Mr.
Yeah,
Marcello,
you gotta bring
what-
back the Deanna Troy impression though.
yes, you're
Yeah.
always from
That's
now.
gonna be a thing now.
Braxton, from now on, you're Deanna Troy. It's just done. You are just you might have to start doing something and preparing like a drag race type thing. We might have to do a drag race crossover. We'll
Oh,
talk about
whoa,
it.
dude. Oh, I love it, dude.
I know you
I
do.
think that'll kill our ratings.
No, drag race? Are you kidding? Marcelo, okay, I'm canceling you right now. I'm just kidding. But no.
Marcella, you're so homophobic.
Yeah, are you homophobic?
No.
There's-
I'm not.
I'm
There's
just joking.
6 homos here, and you're the only one who's not. So just FYI. Yeah, there's six. We're 6. There's 6 of us here.
Don't
No,
put me in a
but-
category, mister.
Hey, come on, I can't have PJ. Can I have PJ?
Marcel, what have you got going on?
I'm only
yeah,
30% gay.
No, I have.
Sexuality is a spectrum, man.
But I'm 6. I'm the 6 all by myself. I'm
It's
like
fluid.
700% gay. So just FYI. Like,
Dude, I'm a Kinsey 6 too, dude.
yeah, no, I'm a Kinsey 25, bro. Just like FYI. I broke that shit. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, sorry, Marcel.
Okay,
What's going on?
yeah, if you guys want to catch me, I have 2 podcasts. One of them is Radio 815. It's a podcast dedicated to everything J.J. Abrams. We just wrap. We're gonna wrap season 2 of Lost, and that premieres year round every Friday. And I also have another podcast, which is my personal podcast called The Red Wall Podcast, that premieres every Wednesday while I'm in season. And if you want to see my lovely face, other than on this fine YouTube channel, my YouTube channel is Balloon Hip Productions. So go out and check me out in all those places. And thank you for having me as usual.
Of course, you're always welcome. Unless you're homophobic for real, in which case I'll never invite you on again. But also FYI, on May 11th, on May 11th, 2022, my episode will drop on the Red Wall, right?
Ooh. Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, Marcel's ahead a year on his podcast.
Yeah, I do. I do 23 episodes of my personal podcast a year. So right now I'm recording everything that everyone's gonna hear next year. So,
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's so crazy.
I wanna leave a song recommendation for the audience and you guys before we
Ooh, yeah.
go. Let the Mystery Be by Iris DeMint.
We'll check it out.
It's the theme music for The Leftovers.
season 2.
Mm.
Yeah, season 2. Because season 1 was a big operatic. I mean, season 1 was a big operatic. Season 2 was the Let the Mystery Be.
Yeah. Everybody is a wonder where that one.
PJ, what are you promoting tonight?
Let the Mystery Be by Iris.
Oh, I like it.
DeMint.
Yeah,
Like I just said.
Blue says, "I love that. I love that. It's not just a song; it's a piece. Apparently, all right, very
It's
cool.
lovely. It's a lovely song.
Ruben, what's going on in your universe, bro?
PopAxiom.com interviews. Room Morgue. I just released an interview this week with the director and 2 of the actors from indie killer shark movie called Great White. So that came out on RueMorgue.com, PopAxiom.com.
What is it? Wait, Rue, what?
Rue, RUE-morgue.com.
Oh, it's kind of gothic.
Yeah, it's
morbid.
a horror focused website /magazine.
Very cool.
They've been
That's
around.
awesome.
They've been around for a while.
Rue Morgue. Ooh, I used to go to a club called the Morgue, which I love. Did you ever go to the Morgue, Ruben?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Did it
wow.
smell of formaldehyde?
Yeah, it was. It did. It was like super hot, and there's so many
Oh,
cute gothic
that's
boys
disgusting.
there. Anyway.
Oh,
Do they have a drink called the Widowmaker?
Oh, I am the Widowmaker, by the way.
Oh damn!
Every character on Star Trek that I've ever fallen in love with dies, so I'm the Widowmaker. Yeah,
It
My-
didn't
all
really
my
smell like
husbands-
formaldehyde, though, did it?
No,
You're
it
just
didn't.
joking.
I apologize. No, it did not.
Because like the
It
more
smelled like alcohol. They had a nice bar there, and like all the goth guys and girls came out to that club. It was pretty awesome, called the Morgue. But the Room Morgue is totally different, which is what Ruben was promoting. So I didn't mean to take away attention from that. Guys, check out Starfleet Boy tomorrow. We're talking about the Gamesters of Triskelion, and I think this whole panel is going to be on there.
That's the one
almost,
where
yeah.
Kirk gets ridden like a horse.
Yeah, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see
Mm.
Kirk being ridden as a horse. So it's very cool. And thank you for tuning in, everybody. Live long and prosper.
See you guys. Thank you.
LAP.
We'll see
Good night, guys.
Good night, and we'll
Space
see you